just gonna be hanging out.
Yep.
And we're live.
To
The snakes.
I feel like this can't go unaddressed.
Wait,
It-
where is
yes,
it? I've got
Safa
it
is a very big snake.
And the people who live there are not very big and have little kids and pets. And I didn't hear this, but I distinctly remember said snake making a very loose deal as far as like whether to eat or not eat animals.
I've been feeding the snake, and yes, I'll admit it's gotten a lot bigger than then. But
Feeding the snake, is that like skinning the weasel, or?
No, not yet.
Fuck you!
I'm
So
not gonna ask. I think. But yes, Sapa has grown quite large.
we're gonna have like a basilisk situation on our hands. I mean, it'll scare people away from Good Hope, so I guess that's
Well,
it's a win-win.
as long as it wasn't hatched by having a toad sit on the egg it hatched from, I think we're fine.
All right.
I missed that reference big time.
Yeah.
It's totally cool.
God, was that the whole thing was just for that?
No,
No. It's like a fairy tale thing.
Puns are shared suffering.
And on that note, welcome to the show. Welcome to the Society for Exploration and Adventure presents The Guild, episode 13, Preparations. With me tonight is Ben, Eric, John, Mayak, and Marshall. Full house tonight.
That's a good hand.
Who'd like to recap?
When we have money, we should have like a little intro where we're all just kind of like leaning against nothing and doing this, and just like a name card, like a '90s sitcom intro.
God. What did we do last week?
A lot of planning.
Yeah, like we spent a lot. We finished up in the woods, so we've got all of our materials for that. We spent a lot of time in. We told Belinda like everything
Yeah.
that was going on. We finally got a message back from the guild, but it was kind of just a generalized message: just stay at your station and continue.
But they are aware of the situation.
Yep.
At least.
Like they're working on repairs.
We went to her archives, Belinda's archives, and kind of went from the beginning.
Damien got a convert.
Yes.
Mhm.
Terrifying. Mike, don't ruin this for me.
Brigida.
The more you tell him not to ruin it for you, the
I-
more he will.
Nicely asking. This is a
We went
request.
through the books, the archives, and like kind of tracked dates, things like that, about when the last adventuring party was in Good Hope.
Hersham and his party.
Discovered that there was a craftsman in Pine Harbor at one point, and that they were going to move to Good Hope, and there is rumors that they may have been attacked,
Kidnapped, possibly.
and that he had a kind of magic forge situation, which could make weapons and armor really well, and at like possibly a faster rate. There's only a couple people around who know about him. Let's see. But we're thinking like as far as prepping Good Hope for the future and being able to protect themselves, like we're going to need that forge. So that's kind of our next big plan for the group, the next big hunt. Other
Alan
than that,
had a prophetic dream about it.
yes,
Specifically through her mycelium
I also
network.
had another attempt at trying to pilfer Verity's spell book to borrow it, which turns out the shadow is just fully
Conscious.
yes, very
All the
fully
time.
conscious. Perdita is watching at all times, and is fully like aware while Verity's sleeping. So that's terrifying. And then we
It's her
went
Edward
to,
Cullen.
Yes. And then we went to, I don't think, not a lot happened after that. Damien went to go, kind of assess the church, see what he needs. We went to the bar to try to the idea is to build, some sort of rapport since we've just been kind of in and out all the time. Hung out with people. Let's see, got, Damien and his follower had a lengthy conversation. Some arm wrestling took place, just general merriment. Alice and Dominic went outside to
Get fucked.
come up, to figure out how to not fuck each other, which is code for come up with signals for not throwing bombs, whether or not to throw bombs at me in the heat of battle. And then we just kind of went to sleep, and we were like, let's get ready to set out. But we're going to take a week, roughly, in game time to prepare. Oh, Alice is also working on a method, a device to be able to potentially remove the Angel Stone from remove the entire platform that it's on, so that we could move it if we ever needed to. But other than that, this anvil is the next big thing. We're going to need it if Good Hope's going to be able to defend itself.
The people who have apparently been had stolen people before when Good Hope still had an adventuring party.
We have an approximate location.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we were also able to determine that they were probably something called Dwergar.
Mm-hmm. And
which are kind of like a corrupted version of dwarves.
Kind of in a mountainous area near-ish on the way to Pine Harbor, but kind of diagonally away.
Yeah, north of where Pine Harbor used to be.
Northeast.
North of the Pine Harbor crater, if you would like.
That's more northwest from us.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. We're prepping for a treasure hunt, if you will. And, maybe something will happen with the guild. Maybe we'll get an update. Who knows? We still have that bird token on its way. That'll probably be a while before we hear anything back from that. Or was that because the message we got was not a response to the bird token Verity sent. That was a separate, just APB that they put out, or what's the...
a general
bulletin points. They just alerted all of guild members to stay put.
Yep.
Stand by.
All right.
And
please remain on hold.
Your mission is very important to us. You are now the next.
And
15,232nd village in line.
And very notable, Borum's snake Sapa is now large size, which means about 12 feet long, and that's
probably about 800 pounds.
Yeah, so we'll see if anyone reacts to that or not.
She has heft.
It's a sturdy gal.
I like to think that because she has grown so large that Borum's body heat is no longer enough to keep her warm, so she needs to go find someone of approximately the right size.
I will build a separate house, and I will sleep in the church.
Just come live with me in my church.
Sleep at the
We
church.
can have bunk beds.
This is not happening. I am just worried. She is now at a size where she could eat ox or ox.
No. She's still just a snake.
Unhinging its jaw. I mean, ox are a ton, or over 1,000 pounds, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, a child, definitely.
We just saved those orphans.
The Cabot, who knows if it's around still, but...
Anyway. So we're going to have to do, guerrilla training, Mulan style, train the entire village how to defend themselves, except not like we're gonna do Good Hope, but eventually the world will need to not
And then
rely
I think
on the Angel Stones anymore.
Verity and Alice talked about potentially going to talk to Brunor since his dad was
Oh
an
yes,
adventurer.
which I will be absent from that.
for.
All right.
And that's about it.
So a lot actually did happen in a little bit of time. And as we enter the second day since you've been back from the woods, 5 more days before you'll be ready to leave, it is the day that most of the milling work has been done enough that we can get that big beam up in the church and fix the roof. So I'm assuming that Dominic will be an important part of that, being the ladder himself. And Damien's obviously there directing traffic. Brigitte shows up that morning and gives the book back that Damien gave her the night before. I was up all night reading it. It's fascinating.
You should. That's great. You should also rest. It's
Is
important
this
to rest.
good?
You're killing it, big
Is
guy.
this the right spot though? I'm trying to hang this.
Give me 1 second. I will roll an architect check.
I
Wait.
my
1
arms are
second.
getting kind of tired. I'm strong, but I'm not that. I still get sore.
22.
What?
What do I tell him? Yeah,
Do-
this is you're
I'm,
moving a little more to the left. You need to have structural integrity for the
Okay.
beam.
wait, your left or my left?
Your
I'm
left.
facing you.
Your left. Your left.
Okay.
Your left. Yeah, you're killing it.
Here, is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
No,
hold
it's working. Yeah. All right.
And then-
Nail it in.
Nail whatever. I don't know what just a giant
Yes.
chunk of wood.
Brigitte, sleep is important. Yeah,
My mind was on fire.
I get that 100%. And religious fervor can kind of motivate you a lot. I get that, but you gotta make sure you're okay.
Well, I couldn't not come help fix the church.
That's good. That's great. That's great. But after that, take a nap, okay?
Okay.
Hey, can you hand me that hammer?
What?
The hammer, right? The
Yeah,
one.
no,
No,
for
not that
sure.
one. The one with the flatter side. Can you hand me?
Oh, yeah. Here you go, big guy.
I can't reach that. Can you toss it?
Eh.
Oh fuck! Drop it. Can you drop one more time? Can you hand me?
Are we doing this? Is this what we're doing?
What you're the one that wants me to. hang
All
up
right.
this
Here you
stuff.
go. And he's gonna throw it back out.
Flirting with your fucking girlfriend. Catch it. Thank you. You're welcome. I finish.
You're not getting paid, by the way. They're
Hammering
getting
in
paid.
the-
You're not getting paid.
All right. So the girls are going to brave going to the forge.
Or I'm going?
Is this at the same time as the church thing, or is
Yeah.
this separate? Okay.
Which one are you helping us, Borum, or are you going with the girls?
We'll take the
I don't
snake.
know anymore.
Either way, while this is happening, I want to be looking out of a window, just watching, looking out of the church window, just watching the entire thing go down, and just being
It's a silent
Yeah.
muttering to myself.
Go with the to the blacksmith.
All right. As you approach the blacksmith, Brunor is working outside. The forge is actually outside of the rest of the house. Lean-to roof over top. Just beating the shit out of some metal. None of you are trained blacksmiths, but it feels like he's not shaping anything. He's just beating it.
Yeah, but he's pretty good at beating things.
Whoa! Hey, whoa!
He has a lot of practice.
I think he meant his meat.
Piece of
Okay,
shit.
let's
I mean, it's
Not
take
his
that as you will.
children.
I don't know. He's probably a piece of shit dad too.
Jeez.
Man, this is why you're not here.
Jesus Christ.
I'm only like this because he was like
Blimey.
that first. You can't hear any of this. I'm just like.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with a simpler approach of morning.
Is it morning?
Yeah, it's probably morning. Like late morning, I think.
Alright, so just walk right up like, hi, good morning.
He stops hammering and just here. I'm gonna actually get really going here.
So we were doing some research in the archives, and we saw that it said that your father was an adventurer, and we have a plan to go out and try and retrieve Iftin's forge, and understand that we might encounter some Dwergar, and we just wanted to see what you might know about that, especially since, you know, if we get the forge, it'll end up going to you, because you're the one best equipped to use it.
Gray bastards.
You are not a fan of Zidwega? I'm gathering from your sort of mouth ejaculation there.
I don't know anything about them except for what my father told me, but I think I hate them more than I hate anything.
Understandable.
They're a corruption of everything that is to be a dwarf.
They're tall.
So what?
Did you hear that? I swear I heard one of your
I duck.
fucking
from the-
friends.
I d-
Well, that's why we're here, because we know that if they were the ones having this conversation, it would not go well.
They are, how you say, a few beams short of a church.
It's rude.
So, my father fought them. They're slavers. Thought they were legends, but gray as the ash there in the forge. Not a hair upon their head. Long beards. Except for the women, their beards are short. Which is a corruption even then. Like, my wife's beard is nicer than mine. And you've seen her. It is. She keeps really good care of it. Sprays it nicely every day.
It's like she like really makes sure to make like the really good beard oils, like
Yeah.
a nice perfumed one. It's really good.
So, yeah, they never figured out where they were coming from, but my father fought them more than once. Anytime they were out alone in the wilderness, seemed like they would fly in on their shadow dragons and
Answer what?
shadow dragons.
That's a thing.
Are you doubting my father now?
No, I'm not. I
Because it
just,
sounds like you are.
I'm doubting myself.
it's more like curiosity, because like. I mean,
Oh,
my
so you're
God.
curious about the lies that you say my father's taken.
No, I don't think he's telling lies.
But you doubt it. You never heard of him, so my father... What would a stupid-ass dwarf know?
I never said anything.
But,
like
oh,
that.
yeah, I think you did.
Well, no, I'm just fascinated because I've got
Oh, so we're a circus attraction.
no, like my shadow's all weird. I've never heard of anything like that. And she
Oh, so now I'm
jabs
weird.
me all the time.
Just because I'm not a human like you?
I don't think
So
Peggy
we're
has
just a
anything
weird
to do
circus
with-
attraction that can't tell the truth? Is that what
No,
you're
I
saying? No,
didn't
I think that's what you're saying. Oh, now I'm funny. You're right. Let me do a little dance for you, human.
check it out. Look, the window.
What?
I think they're getting enough. Verity's probably gonna break his spirit any second now. Just watch.
That's the opposite of what we need.
This is gonna be amazing. Just let them work their magic.
Okay.
You know, I think that you guys being from the Citadel, you know how to talk to people, but no, you don't. You don't. Fucking one of you know how to talk to anybody. Well, you just come in here and you start insulting my father and telling me a liar, and then telling me that I'm a freak. You guys could just leave the fucking shop. Don't come back.
I don't.
Don't.
We'll bring
Don't-
you the forge once we get it. All right?
What? You think that's just going to make me like you all of a sudden just because you brought me some magic forge? Like, I don't have the skill to do this shit on my own. I did just fine in this village. My father did just fine in this village with no forge, but now you guys are here and you're saying, oh, now we need to have this forge. It's bad enough that you made the angel stone blow up. But now, like, you're going to just be like,
Well,
oh, poor
it's-
Bruner. Not
Nick
as
Roll,
educated as me. Just like I'm not a special Citadel boy like you are, so I'm not at all skilled or anything. I suppose one of you is going to open up another shop.
No, I mean, if we're giving you the forge, then why would we do that?
Oh, so I'm a charity case.
Trust me.
No.
So,
It benefits the whole town if you get it.
oh, so I'm not to benefit myself. I'm only to benefit the town. So I'm a resource, like the hay, like your friends Jan Hay, community hay. So I'm a community dwarf. I don't own the means of my own production.
You know, if you're this quick and impatient with your wife, I'm gonna feel real sorry for her, but I guess she hasn't been fucked in years. Bye!
She's doing it.
Listen well, yon lady. You'll hear her tonight.
I am not a lady.
I can't hear what they're saying, but it looks like he's doing the thing.
Sorry. Listen here, young man. Listen well, and you'll hear tonight.
Just misgenders them the other way.
Or here. Listen here, young person. Listen well, and you'll hear her tonight. There, I've covered all my bases. Nonetheless, wear some earplugs because she's going to keep you up.
What an insane flex.
Are you done?
No?
Alright, well, it was great talking to you. Have a good day.
You'll find out tonight. It takes me forever to finish.
That sounds like a you problem. You might want to see a doctor for that. I think there's this thing called Viagra.
So, before we are going, and you are, as you say, going to make the town ring with the pleasures of your wife, could you perhaps tell us a bit more about the Shadow Dragons? Because we are not quite so well informed as your father. Perhaps you could share some of your wisdom on what exactly these things are. I'm afraid that my I have eaten too much of the cheese and my brain is quite Swiss.
I like you. What's with the mushroom on your head?
That is something that I have. I mean, first of all, I think it is a very fashionable thing to have a little mushroom on your head. I am trying to grow some mushrooms, and you know, it's nice to have a little piece of your garden wherever you go.
Fair enough. I wish I could tell you about the dragons, but my father never knew much about them except that axe to the brain and they go down like anything else. But said they were as large as horses.
Just horses, interesting. Okay. We shall have a think about that. It is very helpful information. And we will let you know if we find anything about we encounters at Dwegar, and we will hopefully we'll give them one for you, and we'll give them one from your father.
That's very kind of you.
And we will be going, and we look forward to the concert tonight.
Right. Oh, and tell your little boy over there to keep his fucking snake away from my house. Don't want that thing eating my kids.
Sup. Yeah, yep. I've been talking to Sup and keep been making sure she keeps away. What are you willing to? I have to figure it out and whatnot. But are you willing to maybe make some armor for Zappa?
Armor for a snake?
Yeah.
Fuck, I can't think of a way to do it.
It is a very interesting conundrum, I'm sure.
I've never had to say that before.
Sure.
Well, if I can think of a way to make it so it's not just a tube.
Yes.
Slither.
Yeah, it is a very interesting conundrum, and if there's anyone that could do it, I think that you were probably the one.
I think maybe you're playing a trick on me.
No, I
You want to ruin my
simply wanted-
reputation.
No, I don't know anyone else that could even come close to making a snake armor.
And how many blacksmiths do you know, lad?
I mean, there's you, and then there's Greg from my town, and then there's.
Well, why don't you get
Samantha-
Greg to make your snake armor instead of coming here trying to embarrass me?
Oh, Greg is terrible. He struggles on a horseshoe.
Oh, so Greg could do it, but I can't.
No, he can't.
So,
Greg can't even do a proper horseshoe.
yeah, that's what you're saying. It's just so easy that even an incompetent blacksmith could do it, but not me.
No, Greg can't do this at all. He's not even close.
Joe, because he's so far away, so you have no choice but to come to me. Just fucking adventures. We were better off without him. Only one of them's at all got any grace or class. The rest are just so fucking rude. I'll see what I can do about your snack just to prove you that you're not going to insult Bruner Battlehammer.
Okay, thank you.
I'll fucking hit that snake with my hammer. Let's see what he likes about that.
Who does he think is gracious?
Alice.
Oh. I mean,
I think we're going to retreat from this conversation.
Take the withdraw action.
He goes back
After
to
opportunity, after he withdrew.
banging on the metal twice as hard.
go back really quick to pretend like I'm working on something.
So, how did that go?
Are you guys in the church now?
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
How did that go?
Oh, hi.
It went it was a bit abrasive, but
Shocker.
yeah.
So, can I say something that may be controversial?
Oh, here we go.
So, I feel like if we give this man the forge, we will then lose access to the forge immediately.
Mhm.
Maybe
Agreed.
one of us should learn how to craft things.
I'll do
I
it.
can
I'm in.
craft things.
But like weapons and armor, I'll learn how just to rub it in his face.
Like, I think it may be dangerous for us to give this abrasive man who will not work with us a forge that
Who are
we
you
then
talking
can't just
about?
take back.
Brigida asks.
Hmm?
Who are you talking about?
What do you mean? What were we talking about?
You're talking about the abrasive man.
Oh yeah, the dwarf, Brunor. He's really mean to us.
He's a fucking sweetheart.
Wait, what? He's nice to you?
He's nice to everyone.
Why is he mean to us?
Did you?
Everyone told us that he was mean to everyone before coming here, and then we came here and he was mean to us. So we
Looking
assumed he
at-
was mean to everyone.
I'm looking at Alice, and I'm like, isn't that his wife?
No.
Okay.
Why is he? Why is
The-
he?
the
Why?
white
Why
thing
do you
that-
think he's mean to us?
Well, how'd you approach him?
Well, Dominic accidentally took some hay, and then I went to apologize, and we offered to pay for it, and then he got very angry that we offered to pay for it,
He started
And then he's-
breaking my sword.
and then he took his sword and started breaking his sword, and we were like, whoa, we need that sword, and he said, nope, it's mine now, so then we took the sword back, and he got really angry. And now our friends went to see them.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't even his hay.
Yeah, it
He
wasn't
just
even
got
his
upset about it.
So, I don't know. It feels like we got off
Yeah.
on the wrong foot for sure, but then
Ever
he
since
like
then, we've had beef.
he like went like, these people are the devil. Like, I offered to pay for it.
Yeah.
and
What
make him
about
whole.
you guys? Like, how did this most recent interaction go?
Or
Well, it was mostly alright. There was a little bit of scuffle between Verity and him, for sure.
Speaking of Verity, weren't they just here?
They got sapped out for a second.
Ah,
But
That or they're upset and went home.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
That's a good point. If we give him that forge, we'll never see
like
it again.
takesy backsies. So
But then
either
it's
we need
like-
to fix our relationship with him, or we need to use the forge ourselves.
Yeah, because it's like, he's the only one who would know how to
Oh,
use it.
yeah.
So, like, it'd be weird to, like, go find this forge and then keep it to ourselves without, like, at least mentioning it to Belinda.
Anyway, Brigida. Sorry, I need to switch voices. Brigida. What's going
You know
on?
that we can hear when that happens, right?
But I'm trying to be like a big, strong paladin. Brigida, when this stuff happens, like, he's just nice to you?
Yeah. I mean, well, we bring him candy.
Oh,
Always.
is he really into candy? Oh, so you should always bring him. Does he have low blood sugar? Is
What's
this a Snickers bar? Is this a Snickers ad?
What's that?
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
what
it.
are you talking
I just
about?
like.
It's a snack that I had once during my journeymanship
During
or
the-
apprenticeship. Anyway,
Did you go to, like, a different
don't worry
like plane
about
of existence or
No.
something?
I don't
Every
think
time
so.
you bring up this 6 months, it's the craziest shit I've ever heard.
I don't know. It was fun. And traumatizing.
For real.
Brigida.
Once all this gets figured out, and we go back to the Citadel. Like, I'm gonna talk to Mr. Wiggles
Brigida,
about it.
would you just give him candy and it just like chills him out?
Well, no. We'd give him candy, and then an hour or so later, we'd come back and be like, hey, I forgot to mention when I brought you that candy before, whatever we needed from him.
Hey, Dom, do you sell that candy?
A little bit. I have like
Can
a
you
few.
just
I mean, I
give it
offered
to-
it to
just-
his children during the
Just
party, and
stay
they were
here.
like,
Just
you know,
stay here, okay? And I'm gonna go do something.
No,
Trust
that's
me.
every time
Just-
you've ever
no,
said
no,
this.
no,
since,
no.
Ever since I can remember, since we were little, something bad always
Dom?
happens.
Dom, trust me. I'm gonna figure this out.
I recommend not saying a word.
We
Just
got
just
banned
trust me.
from
Just-
the fucking
Dom,
general store
Dom,
for
can you
like
trust
3 years. The last time he said
Yeah,
this.
and who got us banned this time? You. So just give me
I
the
didn't get
candy
anyone-
and I'll figure it out.
He's a huge asshole.
Dom, I have learned a lot of things in the last 8 years. Most of
Okay.
them on how to talk to people. Just please,
Okay, so
please, just trust me.
I'm trusting you on this. If something bad immediately happens, I'm gonna be upset with you.
Okay. Give me the candy.
How all of it? I only have like a
give me
handful.
like. You should have more than a handful. Didn't you buy like a kilogram?
Yeah, but it's like there's like
Okay,
hundreds
fine.
of
Just
people
give
at
me,
the party.
give me the handful.
Kilogram?
Give me the handful.
No. No, it
What's
was
a
like,
kilogram?
Pound.
What?
Brigitte, it's a guild thing.
Wait,
just don't.
really?
just
Pathfinder uses
Don't-
fucking imperial measurements?
Damien, we
whatever.
don't have time for this.
All right.
Just here's what I have
I
left.
hate America.
Here's
All right,
what I have
anyway,
left.
thank you.
What the fuck is America? Where did you go during those 6 months?
Fucking Yanks. Okay. Just give me. Okay, thank you. And Damien is gonna go to. Damien's gonna go see him.
Weirdest apprenticeship of all time. I'm looking out the window.
You've got a lot of strength in your arm.
What's that mean? Are you over here to accuse me of not being able to pleasure my wife like your friend?
No. Clearly, if you have a strong hand, it means you're excellent at pleasuring your wife.
What can I do for you? You know you're banned from here.
I'm aware. I just we got some we got some candy last time we were able to contact the Citadel, and I just wanted to offer you some.
Well, that's very nice of you.
I need to go work on the church for a little bit, but yeah, I didn't have much else to ask. I just want to pass by, you know, while I'm here and constructing. We had like 10 minutes, so I just wanted to give you the candy.
Okay. You're still banned.
Yeah, no worries. I understand. Like,
He's
what my
already
brother
like
did was
unwrapping
really
a piece and eating
inappropriate.
it.
What my brother did was really inappropriate, and I apologize for that. And I apologize for, you know how family is. You're very defensive of family. I walked in, I saw you fighting with my brother. Obviously, I took my brother's side, but I spoke to him about it, and I understand it's not cool. But I understand why I'm banned. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna go back to work at the church.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. He's gonna go back and work at the church for about an hour.
What do you say?
I don't know if anyone wants to do during that hour.
What do you
Just
say?
don't worry about it. Everything went well. Just give me an hour, and I'll fix it.
No,
Do
I
you
mean
trust
like
me?
what do you?
Hmm?
I was just wondering like how did it go? But his body language seemed totally normal. It's
just
not
gave
like
him the candy, and he was like super cool with the candy, and he was like,
cool.
"Thank you."
He was like,
and he said, "You're still banned," and I went, "That's cool. I understand
okay,
why I'm still
yeah,
banned. I hope you
surely
have a
he
great
wouldn't
day."
like, take
Just
all.
don't worry. I'll figure it out. And David's gonna wait an hour. I don't know if anyone wants to do anything during this hour, but he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
wait.
keep working on whatever you need me to in the church.
So after an hour passes,
I definitely like side eye you when you keep mentioning like an hour specifically.
well, no, because I need to wait, right? That's what we
I mean,
did earlier.
But for what?
is it an
He said-
hour or is it some sort of weird Citadel time measurement?
It's an hour.
Oh come on! Don't be that person,
Okay.
Brigitte.
Um,
No, come on. You know what an hour is.
And then right before going back, he's gonna cast Honey Tongue on himself, and he's gonna go see him. He's gonna say, "Hey, hi, Bruner.
Hello, Mr. Sea Strike.
How have you been?"
Good. That was good candy your brother had.
Yeah, no, he
Seamus
got
shithead bought it, but
Yeah, that's funny. But you know, it's not the person who buys it; it's the candy itself. Actually, I wanted to ask you a question. There's another lull in the work, and I thought I'd pass by. So my friend spoke to you, right, about the Magic Forge.
yes.
So we're gonna go on this. It's probably gonna be a big trip because, from what I understand, they're very, very dangerous creatures, right?
Well, any dwarf's a
It's-
dangerous creature.
That's true. That's true. And
Best fighters there are, even corrupted ones.
yes, excellent, strong arms, from what I've been told. Excellent in bed as well. And what I remember, and we're going on this thing, and we need this forge. And I wanted to talk to you about that forge because Brigitte told me. I was talking to her for a bit, and she said that she's never seen a blacksmith as good as you, and we want to make sure that the forge is being used. We need someone, obviously, who's like skilled enough to tame the forge, because from what I've heard, it's like a really magical item. I don't know anything about blacksmithing. Obviously, you know a lot more, but
You
from
do
my
know that
understanding-
Brigitte's never been out of this village. I'm the only blacksmith she's ever seen.
But she said you're excellent.
Well, what would she compare me to?
I guess that's true. I mean, from what I've seen, you seem excellent, but I've never been able to purchase any weapons
She's
or armor
25.
or anything.
She's a child.
Oh, she's 25? Huh. Anyway. So, well, I can say I from my understanding, you seem to be an excellent blacksmith. Because I'm banned from here and I can't purchase anything, I don't really have anything to compare it to. So I couldn't, like, rate how well you're doing or stuff. You seem to be excellent. I just can't.
He pulls a
personally
knife
tell
out.
from experience. Can I see it?
And then hands it to you, like flips it in his hand and hands it to you blade first.
Thank you. And he's going to look at it and he's going to, this is excellent craftsmanship.
It really is. It's a masterwork dagger.
This is beautiful. I've never seen such a dagger.
Really? Because
Well,
it's just a knife. I mean,
but it's
if
a
you're
very
protecting
well-known-
us and you've never seen a knife before,
Oh, I've seen
thank
a
God
knife.
we have the Angel Stone until it blows up and kills us all.
Oh, don't worry. We'll make sure that hopefully doesn't happen. But this dagger is excellently built. Can I ask you something?
What?
So we're going to be risking our lives to get this forge, but there's no point for us doing that if we're not going to have an excellent blacksmith to work on it. And you are an excellent blacksmith, but myself, Dominic, and I don't know if my friend Verity as well, I know we've had our disagreements, and if we can't have access to that forge, there's not really a point for us to even go risk our lives, I guess. So before we go, I guess to not, go get a forge that we won't be able to use to defend this village, I wanted to ask you if it would be possible for us to maybe be unbanned. We would still pay, for any weapons or rings or anything that you'd craft, of course, and we'd make sure to spread far and wide the name of your establishment and your strength, so when we connect to other cities, you'll become known as one of the greatest blacksmiths ever known. But just to have that opportunity to purchase things from you would be a great honor.
Bring back the forge and I'll think about it.
That's a fair deal. Shake on it.
I'm not touching you.
If I grow my beard longer, is that gonna...
Maybe.
Okay. I'll keep going at it. They
You
tell
get
me. They
the
keep my friends
tiniest
keep
little
insulting
bit of a smile. The tiniest little bit.
He's gonna go, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and from what my friends tell you, you and your wife are gonna have an excellent night. All right, have a great evening. And he's gonna walk back. All right, I think I fixed it.
What do you mean?
He said if we bring back the forge, he'll think about letting us use it with him, and from what I understand for him, I'll think about it is as close as you'll get to a yes. So,
Yeah.
I think we should be good now.
I mean, ultimately, he won't have a choice, but
Yeah, but I don't think we should phrase it like that.
but I think you handled it perfectly. It sounds
I
like.
think we should maybe be.
Yeah.
I think maybe we should be less. I think we should be maybe nicer to people. Hey.
He was
Brigida?
meeting me first.
Hey.
Anyway, whatever.
Brigida,
Neither here nor there.
Yes?
I want to thank you, for fixing my perspective on these things. You've been very helpful, telling me, kind of reorienting how I was treating someone, and I want to thank you for that.
Sanctus Pellus.
Sanctus Pellus. It's all about improving. Being a better person when you go to bed and when you woke up.
Every day. Better than
Every
I was.
day. Exactly. Self-improvement, helping people.
Till I'm worthy of the God's love.
No. You're always worthy of his love. He loves us all, no matter how we are.
I have to be better.
Of course, but we always have to be better.
Right.
But God loves you how you are. Or sorry, Sanctus Pellus loves you how you are.
A flawed vessel of his love. But I will be worthy of it.
You are already worthy of it. Can I do a diplomacy check to try and make her less
Fervent?
just reasonable fervence, maybe is what I'm aiming for.
You
You know,
might
like
as well
healthy
get the use
religious
out of that
belief?
spell.
Can I try?
You know what? Yes, you can.
Time to roll 2 nat ones.
Let's see if she becomes a cleric or a paladin.
Okay, not bad.
Hey.
Hey, got the exact same roll twice. Better than average. Actually, statistically the average.
Make
But,
your case.
Yeah, so, Brigadier, can I talk to you about something?
Of course, Father.
So, one, don't call me Father, call me Damien.
Do we need to leave?
No, it's fine, you can hear this. Brigida, I understand you found religion, and that's really good, and I know that when I found religion, it really changed how I saw the world, and it helped me improve myself and be a better person. Because at the end of the day, finding a higher calling and finding a reason to improve and be better and help people is something that can give a lot of meaning to someone's life, especially, when it's kind of hard to figure out what you want to do with your life. It can kind of give you direction, and that's really important. But it's also really important to make sure it doesn't take over your entire existence, because we have to remember why we try and be religious and why we seek these answers and this help is to improve ourselves, yes, and to help ourselves. But at the end of the day, it's to be a better person. And you can't be a better person if you forget about yourself and your needs and what you want. And so I just want to make sure that when you're engaging with Sanctus Palace, yes, there's reverence and yes, there's belief, but there's also a need to remember why that belief happens, and that there is, worthiness to yourself separate from religion, and there is just a fundamental worthiness to you being alive and doing things, and that's important. And you shouldn't forget that, because Sanctus Palace wouldn't want you to forget that. Remember, he sacrificed himself for us, not asking us to sacrifice ourselves for him. And we can use that as an example and something to strive towards, to always try and help other people. But if you sacrifice yourself all the time and you seek to, do whatever it takes to be a better person or to help others, well, you'll burn yourself out and you'll get tired, and then you won't be able to help other people. And you'll also be kind of, I don't know if spitting in the face of Pellis' sacrifice is legitimate, but you'll kind of be ignoring the reason why he sacrificed himself for us, to let us live better lives and for us to exist and thrive. And I don't want you to forget that when you're in your religion, because I think your fervency is admirable, but it can also be dangerous to yourself.
My whole
I
life,
start snapping.
I've felt a hole, and in the last 2 days, I feel like that hole has finally been filled with the light of Pellis. And I don't know how not to be this way when I finally feel whole, when I finally see what's missing.
Because it wasn't, the hole that's been filled wasn't filled by Pellis. It was filled by you feeling better and having more self-esteem and feeling loved and feeling cared for. That's what filled the hole. Pellis was just a tool, a way to achieve that. And that's how religion is. And it's very important. And it's great that you found a way to do that. But you need to remember what the purpose for it was, right? The hole being filled, right? You shouldn't lose yourself in what filled the hole or how you filled that hole. You need to accept the fact that, hey, this hole is filled. I feel better now. Why did I need that hole filled? And it's to live a better life for yourself too.
But if I don't worship with everything I have, how do I know the hole's not going to come back?
Because it's not about worshiping with everything that you have. It's about understanding, that the hole is full now, and that you don't have to worship with everything you have. The hole's not going to come back because of you not praying enough. There's always ebbs and flows to life. Things get better, things get worse. But at the end of the day, you have that conviction to help you, of course. But it's if you're always afraid of the hole coming back, then you're not really living life, right? You're just fighting. You're still being controlled by the hole, right? You're just being controlled by the absence of it rather than its existence. So you need to kind of accept that and move towards just being okay. And accepting the fact that sometimes maybe the hole will be opened a little bit, or maybe it'll be closed a little bit, but it's about accepting that it's there and not letting the hole rule your life, whether it's there or whether it's, not there.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll think about it. I'll try not to be so stupid about it and just kind of...
It's not about being stupid about it. It's normal, your reaction. It's about temperance, right? It's about the golden middle. Finding balance among all things. Between Pellis, between yourself, between your community, between the things you want, the things you need, and the things you need to do.
Okay.
You need to be balanced, like this pole arm, right? That's what matters. He's going to give her a big hug. He's going to go, thank you for all your help today. You've been incredibly helpful. Now please go take a nap. You seem exhausted.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
All right. Can I just sleep here on one of these pews?
For sure.
Okay. She's asleep before her head hits the pew.
They said the word hole 16 times.
I'm not going to make the easy joke.
There's a lot of talk about filling holes in the church, my guy.
All right.
It was like you were trying to say it as many times as possible.
I think it helped.
No, dude, that was a great speech. I've never heard you talk like that before. That was incredible. That was just right off the top?
Yeah.
That wasn't like a pre-written scripture or something? Wow.
Sometimes I feel emboldened by I don't know, it's like someone's talking in my head.
I mean, I liked a lot of the points you were making. So like if I believe, do I get sick powers too?
You can if you want. You got to believe really hard and commit to it. But yeah, you could always get sick powers. But I don't think you should believe for the sick powers. It kind of defeats the purpose.
I mean, sick powers are pretty sick.
Yeah, they're sick, but you should do it. Yeah. I love you. Okay, just gonna just step on their shoulder afterward.
What? I mean, that'll probably make me less strong anyway.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do today?
I think after stalking off, Verity just walked it off and did the whole loop to check on the boundary.
Just bragging, he thinks that fucking his wife really loud is a brag. Is that what you're telling me? He said.
I just
say I'm
when
doing
I get
the perimeter with you.
Angry, I try to cut deep, and I shouldn't do that, but God, the way he fucking argues, it's just the way my family argues, and I can't fucking stand it.
Yeah, he's the worst. That guy sucks ass. But wait, hold on. Go back a little bit. Wait, I mean, you don't really talk about your family, but I assume it's because of that, Were they kind of the same?
Not at first, but I think they kind of assumed when I stayed with the guild that I would end up getting rid of her, and when I didn't...
Oh, the parody?
Yeah.
Oh. But anyway, yeah, the dude sucks. You were totally in the right, I imagine. I didn't hear what you said, but I just, what an insane, thing that he thinks that exclaiming about how loud he's going to bed his wife is a flex.
What I said was, God, if you're this quick and impatient with your wife, I bet she hasn't really been fucked in years. That's what I said.
Nice. That's a good one. And then he was just like, I'm gonna do it so loud, and he thought that he really got one on you.
I mean,
I'm saying you decisively won whatever that interaction is. The second
I don't think that's much of a win. It's fucking school children shit, and I can't be arguing like that anymore.
I might punch him one day.
Please don't.
I don't know when that's gonna be, but it might happen. I'm not gonna do it first. Let's say that. Let's get that. I can guarantee I will not swing first, but he's trust me, I hear you about the fury that people like that swell inside of you.
Yeah, and it's just like I mean, God, fuck. If you're that like insecure about every little thing, like
Everything.
like it just something must have gotten to him at some point. Someone treated him like shit at some point. Like it doesn't excuse the behavior, but there's probably like an explanation. Well, it is our problem.
Twist like everything you say to make it like somehow like about an insecurity that you didn't mention.
Yeah,
Anyway.
like he mentioned something about shadow dragons, and it was just like that sounded really fucking cool, and I wanted to know more.
Wait,
and
what?
then
There's shadow dragons?
apparently, and that just sounds so fascinating. I just wanted to know
And
more, and I was
potentially-
like, wait, that's a thing?
Like a whole dragon, but it's a shadow.
It didn't sound like the little description I got. It didn't sound like super like incorporeal, but like it's
We should
still
look into that,
fascinating.
because that could be a huge problem. If that's a thing. Maybe one day Perdit could become a shadow dragon. That would be sick.
Yeah, no, I've been working on a lot of things to like try and get her involved more and stuff. So like, you know, so she can have more of a life of her own. I don't know how much of one she can really have like separate from me. But she rest assured she is very much her own person.
Can she hear us right now?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm looking at the shadow. So I'm like,
I'm not going to bite him.
I know you're not.
He acts like I'm going to.
Will it wave back? Will she wave back? Sorry.
Should I wave back?
Why are you asking me for permission?
I mean, it just feels so demeaning.
Then do a gesture to express that you show that you feel demeaned.
Okay. And like a little hand comes up like this, and then
Well, okay. I was just saying hello. I'm sorry for trying to acknowledge you as
Well-
like a real part of the group and be
Dom,
friendly.
Dom,
but-
it's more the fact that she's been here the whole time. She's been
Yeah.
part of the group the whole time.
he's
Well, I'm
known
trying
me
to make up for the
for
past
like
of,
8 years,
You know,
and he's just today saying hello.
that's not.
Well, no. He remember when we partied at the
I'm
Greenhorn?
pretty sure I was the first one to acknowledge it.
He gave you a beer. He
I
did give
guess.
Anyway,
Tell him I'm sorry.
never mind.
you- Perdit says sorry. But like, think about it. Think about how hard it is for Perdit because the only barrier between communication is me.
I know, that's why I'm making an effort. You know?
Yeah.
What
Are you gonna
tell me
Hook up with
homeboys-
him too?
You gonna tell me Dame Spear feels left out? Feels ignored?
Well, Perdit can actually talk to Party. They were a thing. Apparently.
Oh, like you weren't a thing with the
How does
church
that-
boy.
How does that work?
That's well, yeah,
Shadow-
but everyone knows about
Spear.
that.
Is it like? Does the spear like go like this way, or like
I
this
don't
way?
know. I have not worked
We
on
didn't,
the
like-
logistics.
Is the
I
shadow
mean-
like?
No,
Can she bend?
I don't know, but she certainly has ideas because she fucking writes stories sometimes.
It can write.
you're not
Sorry,
supposed to
she can
talk
write?
about my stories. Like those are just between you and I.
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
no,
you know
like-
they're
like-
not
like,
ready for publication yet.
That's why I'm your editor.
I know, but you can't be like you're gonna give away all the spoilers, then he's not gonna want to read them.
Well, I mean, you have your first beta reader once, you know.
Your
it gets
shadow's
to-
an author.
It's so much easier now too, because I can just keep Mage Hand going, and that lets Perdit write as much as they want.
She should document like all of our adventures. That would
Oh
be
yeah,
sick.
I could be his secretary.
Did she say something?
Vaguely considering the idea.
I mean, I
It
guess
could be cool
like
because we're gonna be like we're gonna be like fighting, doing stuff, and like I don't know, it could be especially like for the times where we're
maybe
like
there is a
asleep or
story to
something.
be told about the secretary to a big, strong, fighting guy.
It's getting late. We're probably not gonna be able to see her soon,
No, well, like I normally
or
keep
I'm
a
not
candle.
gonna be able to see.
Well, like I mean, oh, like in the dark?
Yeah,
No, I mean it doesn't get that dark.
I mean my eyes
Like-
are. I can't see like they can.
Maybe there's some forbidden attraction there. And like at first they deny it, and then
If that snake touches me, I swear to God. Tell us. Sorry.
We'll put it in like the brainstorming pages.
it could be like a black comedy even. Like,
How far do you think this forge is? Do I have to carry it? I'm probably gonna have to be the one to carry it.
it could be like kind of sexy but kind of funny at the same time. Like,
Well, I mean, isn't the best stuff got humor in it anyways?
Well,
Because,
yeah,
I mean, the way people interact is always
It's a
humor.
wear car.
A wear car? What's a wear?
I remember reading about them, but
A
if
what?
it turns out that there's some like evil people in the mountains that are holding slaves, like I don't know if I can control myself.
I think
might-
that's
You
I
should
might
generally
very
lose
the
much
it.
control
vibe.
yourself.
That's generally the vibe that's been
Who
given
said that?
off.
Huh?
I mean,
Sorry.
Alice has like a little bit of insight, but I think that's more of a thing for her to mention than me.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, if it turns out that there are like slavers in the area, like I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, I think that's the implication based on like the stories we have from the archives, like the little bit I personally got from Bruno, and
Yeah.
then just whatever else like Alice and Bohr may have gotten, and then just compound that together.
Mhm.
Like we're going into hostile territory.
Yeah. Well, I think they need to worry more about me creating a hostile territory if that's the case, because I've learned to control my rage pretty well, but that's too far. That's on site if that's the case.
Understandably, but we still will need to be like tactical if we can get
Oh
the
yeah.
advantage.
I'm
like,
not gonna sabotage the mission.
Yeah. No, you've got it. Like you've got it all very under control.
But like if it gets there may be a moment where it might be helpful if you just like a calming hand, even to just if you see me kind of
Yeah.
on the
I'll-
edge.
I'll keep message prepped, and then so that way it can just be a
Mhm.
little.
Because I can control it, but I can only control it so much.
Well, yeah, that's why we asked you to open up a little bit, so you wouldn't have to share it all on your own, hold it all on your own.
I think it's beyond just a keeping it inside thing. It's like it comes from a place that's like not even, it's not just my own. It's like it's like there's a dam holding an ocean of this energy back, and every time I choose to let go, that dam breaks and it takes over. And I can tap into that because it's really useful, but if I'm being honest, I haven't really talked about this. I don't like how it feels. It feels really bad when I feel bad afterwards, but while it's happening, it feels almost euphoric. It feels amazing to just let go but I don't like having that little control. That's why I'm so like meticulous about like all of my things being in order and like doing my morning routines and everything, because I have to, because otherwise I feel out of control all the time. And
sounds like we would not like the God Boy's brother when he's angry.
Well, he's never been angry at us, so I think it's fine.
well, I guess the secret is I'm always a little angry.
Well, yeah, but like that, I think it makes sense to be a little angry at everything all the time.
there's so much just
Yeah.
injustice, and
It's just you don't have to be above it or separate from it. It's just like knowing it and just using it in ways to make you do good things. I think you do really well, and don't sell yourself short.
It's just sometimes I fear what would happen if I were unable to control it, like truly unable. Like that first day in the cafeteria, I fear what I might do if I let go. You know, it's almost as if my own morality is the only thing keeping me from destroying everything in my path.
That is what keeps anyone from doing bad things, is their own morality.
But and I hear you. It's just like a whole extra reservoir of it that I don't really know how to describe it. It feels like my whole body's on fire. But also it's like I don't know, it's like kind of like almost addicting in a way, where it's like, you know.
Well, it's catharsis.
It feels so good, but it's like not necessarily constructive or healthy.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like you get, like, if you have like a really good cry, like you feel like shit while you're doing it, but like it also, like, you need to get it out.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it like never goes away. If you know what I mean. But maybe I only learned so much. Like, God, it's been so long. What was the dumbass in the academy who? Boris, yes.
You were with him like every day.
It's a lot's happened. The world's ending. So, it's been a while. Yes, Boris, like, he could only teach me so much. So, but he told me more about the mechanics of like actually turning it on and off and hitting things hard, more than the actual like emotional and psychological component of this.
Well, I mean, we can all work on that together to help you figure that out. I don't think any of the others would be opposed to that. Well, why would they be opposed? That's like a stupid thing for me to say.
I mean, Dame's always got my back, I know, for for life, but I know you guys do too. Also, we've circled the perimeter about like 6 times. This is, I think we're good. I think the village is I haven't seen anything. I've been
I just really needed to walk it off.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we got a chance to talk.
Yeah, it's full on dark. Like, every so often, like, at first, like, you'd see people coming in and waving to you. Now, like, as you walk past farms, you see people coming out with, like, pitchforks, like, is anybody out there?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's just us. Sorry, we're doing another sweep. We thought we needed one more.
Do we need to worry? I'm getting a little concerned because you guys keep walking around.
No, I just needed to, like, walk
it's
like
all good.
some emotions off. Like, this is a personal thing, and also just trying to be productive.
All right, well, be careful. I had the cows out in that field today, so it's a little, well, you know.
Well, yeah, no, like, I've been able to avoid it. I can actually, I can see very well.
We're gonna keep walking this way. Have a good night.
Night, guys.
I can see very well.
You can?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like,
I can see like it's like it's kind of like grayish, but like.
Is that new?
I guess so.
Huh.
All right.
I can't see shit, so you're gonna have to help me.
All right. So you guys make your way back to the village, and the rest of the night, like, Damien's exhausted, Borum is Borum, and Alice is puttering away in her lab before coming to bed. That night, all of you sleep well except for Alice.
It's me.
It is not because of Brunor, though. No, in the middle of the night, you start to dream. You have the same dream you had the night before around the forge. But it doesn't end where it ended before. If anything, the visions fade. And it's more like you're just getting not even the word help, but like the concept of we need help. over and over again until you wake up in a cold sweat.
The concept of we need help. Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, like I guess the way I would try to describe it is like this. Imagine something that doesn't have language but still communicates.
Right.
That's what you're getting.
Okay.
Like you sense that there are people in need somewhere.
Well, like, I think it's more like a very deep-seated fear and
disturbance.
terror and desperation
In the mycelial network, if you
that
will.
is like just reaching out towards anything that will help them.
Is there some kind of, because if it's coming through the mycelial network, is there some way like a spellcraft or some kind of check where it's like the mushrooms recognize that someone needs help, or like a druid is telling the mushrooms they need help?
So you have some very, very, very rudimentary communication with your cap, right? Like it's not quite, excuse me, like a second brain, but it is also not entirely you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that concept taken further. Like every so often you just have alien thoughts that do not come from anything mammalian,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or, you know, that moves like, and give me an in check.
Okay. Is it to remember something or just
Kind of
brain
puts
power?
some brain power.
Okay. Is this something I would anticipate so I could drink my brain juice? Just
How much
when
is
you
it
wake up-
bothering you? Like, I would think that it
very much bothered me.
I think it would probably would be, I'd agree that it'd be bothering you enough that you'd take your cognitin.
Break my brain juice. All right, just straight in check. 16. It would be 23 if I'm trying to remember something.
Okay. Here's what, like, once you take your cognitin and, like, you know, you spend half an hour just kind of, like, thinking through everything, like, you know, it's the hangover, like, math formulas hanging in the air and everything. If your mushroom cap gained sentience, this is how it would communicate with you.
Okay.
It's definitely not coming from your cap. Your cap is simply the means in which it is, whatever this is communicating with you.
Okay. Okay. What time is it?
Probably 3 o'clock in the morning at this point.
Okay, everyone's had a long day working. I'm not gonna go bother anyone like I did last night and go try and steal Verity's books again. But I'm
They
not going back to
wouldn't
bed.
mind.
Yeah, well, it's too early. I'm probably just gonna stay up, keep working on my Angel Stone removal device, and wait for everyone to get up before I can sort of talk it out with them. I don't think this is something private tonight to keep to myself. I think this is something that else we want to share.
Give me a force save.
Oh God.
Okay. I don't have nothing for that. Here we go. 10.
Okay, good enough. You are not exhausted from being up most of the night.
Fair play.
All right. That next morning, you guys get up, you get breakfast, you go to work on the church, and as you do, as you're walking across town square, Belinda comes not rushing, but bustling out of her office. She's like, I wanted to speak with y'all. If you could come over here for a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
And we will pick that up after intermission.
Oh, great! I'm about to piss myself.
And,
All right, we will be back at 8:30 Eastern Time. Thanks, everyone.
15 minutes.
Back again?
What are all the bad things I could experience?
Adventures in the Abyss.
Welcome back.
Hey,
All
gang.
right. When we left off, Alice had a fucked up dream. Verity and Dominic had taken a walk, and the next morning, Belinda had asked to speak with you guys.
Yes.
So you guys gather over, and she's like, I heard from Dominic, or excuse me, I hear from Brunner. That you guys
She
are
just
about
freezes.
to go for an expedition.
Who told you again? Sorry, I missed that.
Brunner.
You better keep my name
Yeah.
out of his mouth.
Yeah, no, Brunner told us. I had a little chat with him as well. He seems to be doing better. But yeah, no, we're looking to do a little quick expedition to find a forage, because one of the concerns we have is, we need to arm the citizenry, and we have to make sure that Brunner has the ability to make the weapons that we need to fight off.
We need to make sure he's going to play ball when we get the thing.
Are you sure that's wise?
What do you mean?
What if the Angel Stone goes down again? Or, gods, what if it blows up while you're gone?
I mean, whatever we do, if we just wait here forever, in case it blows up, we're going to be screwed after it blows up, even if we get away, right? So we have to take the risk and get what we can get, so we can be prepared for whenever, if it happens.
We need to move forward with preparing the village as if that's not going to happen any day now.
The choice is either wait here and die anyway after the Angel Stone is down because we don't have the means to protect ourselves, or, go deal with it now and hopefully the Angel Stone, which it should. We don't have any evidence for it's going to blow up anytime soon.
Plus, Alice, didn't you finish that thing?
I am still working on it. I've made all of the progress, especially last night, so I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, but it will still take another week or so.
Okay, so we're almost ready to be able to remove it if necessary. But obviously we don't want to do that until village is prepared,
Well,
This forge is our best bet.
I must say I'm very nervous about you guys leaving.
We understand. If
You're
we
here
didn't-
to protect us. And all this weird shit starts happening once you get here, and now you're like, oh, gotta go.
Well, it's because of the weird shit that we gotta go to protect the village. Like, we have to leave so that we can protect the village long term. But we'll be back. It's not too far.
All right.
And based on the archives, when we looked at them, we're already kind of more tried and tested than those that were here before us.
And what do we do if you don't come back? We're more than the better example of what happens when adventurers go out. It's one thing to be left for 50 years with a working Angel Stone, but now?
If push comes to shove, and you're afraid the Angel Stone's going to blow up, make your way to the Lizard Sanctuary, to the northwest. I'm sure, Verity, you have a map you can offer.
Yeah, no, I've been mapping out the territory.
But as we said,
and some away from here.
whatever we do is going to entail risk. If we die, we die. So be it.
Well, that's
But
good, but
We
for
don't
you,
have a non-risky option. I understand.
two of the
you're
lads
afraid.
almost died just cutting wood, and now you're like, oh, go on a big overland journey.
Well, we didn't almost die,
But exactly. Whatever we do is going to entail risk. We don't have an option that doesn't entail it, and this is our best bet to actually be ready. We need to.
Better than sitting on our thumbs waiting for the guild to fix things.
It's better to roll the dice at a chance to live instead of waiting around to die.
I give you my word that I'm coming back. So, whatever that is worth.
I don't suppose I have any right to tell you can't go anyways.
No, you don't. But appreciate you.
Everything we're doing is with Good Hope's best interest at heart.
There's no best option here.
And you know that more than anyone. What it's like to make decisions like that.
All right. All right. I don't have any better answer for you, so good luck, and I hope you come back. And I'll spit on your graves if you don't.
Well, good luck finding graves to
Honestly,
spit on.
Yeah, don't even bother digging them.
But if you manage it, I much appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the sentiment.
But like, it's still like a couple of days before we're gonna head out, anyways. So.
Yeah, we're almost ready. But so if something comes up in the next day or two, like, let us know.
All right.
And if you dig fake graves for us, then we shall appreciate the sediment.
High five, Alex. You followed.
All right. Well then.
Oh! If we don't come back, there's a drawer right by my bed. It's the third room on the right. Don't look in it. Just burn it. I don't want to elaborate. I'll see you around.
Also, this is a separate thing, but Mike, when we're building up the church, I want there to be like a side room where I can sleep. Because I want to, live the church life. It's like I have a little room there.
A cell, I believe is what they used to call that.
It's going to be the first time we haven't shared
Actually,
a room
isn't it called a parsonage where the priest gets to sleep?
No, that's a separate building. That's a small little house.
Oh, it's a cell. All right, well, I have a cell now.
Because that's what the cells in your body are named after. Because Megalev was a.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. That's fascinating. All right, well, I have a cell now. Okay, thank you. Oh, also, before I leave, I need to pay everyone and consecrate the church.
Yes, the consecration will be at your first true sermon.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. What else do you guys want to do? I mean,
I think I have to elaborate my new dream.
Okay.
I am saying that. So I have this the same dream again with the mithril anvil and going through the caves and the waterfall. It's a waterfall, and same path. But I am getting more of the vocabulary. So it's, I mean, the way I'm thinking that it is working is that the mycelial network they communicate to the filaments, the hyphae, and they are sending electrical signals to each other. And so we think that the mushroom can tell it's like when they are hurt into each other. It's a very kind of whole brain system.
Kind of sounds sort of like an empathic symbiosis.
It's possibly. It is. They are maybe more empowered when they are near trees and able to access some of the wood filaments with that. So there is a sort of symbiotic relationship going on, but they are definitely sending electrical signals, which are very similar to the ways that there are the sort of electrics going on in your brain. And so it's getting a weird kind of communication going on, but it sounds like there is something calling for help, and it's very distinct calling for help. Either the mushroom network is picking up on it or something else, but either way, it seems that it is very urgent that we go quickly because there may be emergencies happening with someone related to these caves.
If those legends are true, then that means there might be survivors, and of the people that were taken, then we need to help them.
So this might end up being a bit of a rescue mission then.
It sounds possibly like it.
Wow, that changes things. Verity, on your map that you've been working on, are there any waterfalls?
Yeah, no, Alice had actually come in the first time she had a
Oh.
dream and went through my books and found my map making book.
So we have
Um,
like some pinpointed approximate locations that we could check out.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there more
for
than
sure.
one?
Well, given the general direction that we know this already to be in, I think there's really only the
Just
one.
the one. Well,
The
that
relevant one.
that makes things a lot easier. Wow. I never knew mushrooms were so powerful.
Huh? I did not pick my major haphazardly.
All right. Before you guys leave town, is there anything else that you want to do?
Other than just like kind of stock up on rations or whatever.
Yeah, how
stuff
many
like that.
rations would we reasonably need? I'm assuming we can put them all in Borum's thing. So for weight-wise, I'm not too worried.
And I can carry
Or
any
something
that,
down.
doesn't, don't go in there. I mean, I have 9 on me right now.
The only thing Warren would want to do is write another letter and like kind of set it aside with like a pile of others, and if for whatever reason they get a chance to send them off.
You guys should expect to be gone. Come on, Map, get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And each one of those is 8 hours, so at least 4 days to get there, 4 days back.
Give
Yeah.
it plus or minus like a couple extra days.
Yeah.
I just have 30. I'm just gonna have 30 rations total. I'm gonna keep
So
4
maybe-
myself, and the rest I'm gonna give to. I'm gonna split between Borum's bag and
I have 9 right now, so I'll get 11 more.
I'm-
Do they weigh 4 each, by the way?
I mean,
4
1
pounds.
each.
1 each. Okay, that is way easier for me.
We should maybe consider if it is a rescue mission, we might have people coming back with us.
Yeah,
And
I'm just
they
gonna
might
bring
need
as
to-
many rations as
Good.
I can.
Good call.
So we maybe buy a bunch of non-perishable things in bulk, and then we just have them for the rest of time.
Is it? They're 5 gold each.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 silver
Silver.
Oh,
for a day.
I've been paying way too much.
Yeah,
I would
actually,
give
once I stop
myself
and think
back.
about it, that does make a lot more sense for it to be 5
just-
silver a day.
Give myself back just like 50 or something. That seems about right.
You've been eating very fancy all this time.
Jesus.
Michelin star rations.
Yeah, and you can get those right from the tavern. They just require 3 or 4 days to like advance notice to make them up.
That's about how much time we need.
So, all right. Well, then let's go out to day 6, and it's the time for the first sermon at the church.
Before the sermon, I'm gonna go pay everyone. I'm gonna split the 1,000 gold I promised equally among
Alright.
everyone that helped us.
Brigida immediately gives it back to you to use on the church.
Nope. Keep it. It's yours.
She has been there every day, working on the church with you, and when not praying, your speech to her worked. She's not quite as wide-eyed crazy about it, but nonetheless, still very devoted.
Very fair.
All right.
I'm wearing my nice shirt with the buttons.
So what do you do to concentrate a church to palace?
So He probably takes the partisan on the outside and stabs it into the ground, and then does a prayer to Pelas. Basically, we stand here through your grace, and we seek to live through the teachings that you have. Much like your sacrifice protects us through the power of the Angel Stone, we seek to protect this church from evil and from darkness and from enemies and from harm that attempts to be done upon the followers of this church. This is a safe environment, a safe place for all those who need help, for all those who seek protection from the darkness of the world. Just this little prayer on the outside, and I don't know. Yeah. Channeling his energy through the partisan.
All right. You channel your energy through the partisan as you consecrate the church. And in a way that you've never felt before from the partisan, some of that energy channels back. And it, for a moment, even everyone else can see its glow. And then it fades away like nothing had happened. However, it is now a +1 partisan.
Sick.
All right. In that case, if there's nothing else you guys want to do, the next day passes, and it's time to set out.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time, you won't be going towards the portal. You'll be going northwest through the forests, or you could take the road to Pine Harbor and then around from there, or the Pine Harbor Crater, I guess. That would be the easier, safer trip, but it would add at least a day to your journey.
It's only one day. But, I don't know, it could be good to clear out the other way, or a different path, to just then have that as an option. Make the area safer in general.
We have to think about the return journey if we were coming back with people.
This is true. Then
So
maybe
for
the way
return
that
journey, I wouldn't
we
mind
know.
taking the Pine Harbor route back, if we have people with us on the way back.
That's true. Could make like a triangle.
Yeah, agreed.
It's, I don't know, good opportunity for some scouting.
All right.
Yeah. Better figure out the area too and can get some mapping done.
One last permutation on this trip. Give me a survival check.
All of us?
All of us?
Anybody who wants to.
I have a +8.
I have nothing to it. Wait.
So I guess we could do aid another on either one of us.
Oh, I'll aid you. You do it.
Okay.
Go.
Aid me.
I love this budding Alice Dominic romance.
Hey, platonic intimacy is very valuable, and I cherish it.
Biggest fun, I consider him a fun guy.
Can your boy get an aid? That's a 1.
Not one. Yeah, you're not getting
Double
help.
1. They're too busy making out or daydreaming about it. Dirty 20.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Filthy 20.
As you guys set out that morning, the sky is gray. There is a chill in the air and a dampness that promises some form of late fall snow or a storm.
I didn't bring sleeves.
I admit I love sweater weather.
Dominic's
Just-
armor is like fully arms exposed breastplate for agility.
Good to know.
because
think I
it's
bought
just like
a
chest
winter
and then
blanket.
like shirt cloth underneath, but it's like short sleeve shirt.
All right.
It's an agile breastplate mechanically. I
Cropped
didn't
up
bring. I see
paladin.
snow and I'm like, ah,
Do you have a cloak?
no. But like cold has never really bothered Dominic, just in
The
general.
cold never
I
bothered
don't in any way.
Yeah, not really. It's like for whatever reason, he's never really. He's like one of those kids from Minnesota who just like walks outside in shorts. Like that's not insane. And it's just like, whoa, it's not cold. I'm like, it's literally
only-
under freezing.
It's only
That
like
is-
24 degrees outside. It's like
It's
fine.
literal
It is
nerve
literally
damage.
freezing,
It is
It's
nerve
like-
damage.
It's only 24 degrees. It's fine, guys.
below freezing. Anyway, so that's what Dominic's doing, but not like making a thing about it. He's just like, oh, God.
All right.
Just kinda-
So yeah, you guys, are you walking, horsing? Did you bring the cart and oxens?
That's a good question. Verity, are we horsing?
Well, it's just I don't know because I only have a limited set of spells. I
I
don't
know.
know how advisable that would actually be.
That's why we're asking you.
And to be fair, that would only give us an advantage for half the day.
You'd be able to sleep before the day before we get there.
You're also going through the woods, so there's like some question, I guess, probably about the effectiveness of horses in that terrain.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, same thing with the ox. I don't know. I think
I think we're just kind of.
I think we should be good. We also have if we need to bring stuff back, we do have the bag of holding. Maybe we'll
Mhm.
also find a bag of holding there somewhere or something. So
Ooh, maybe.
we should be
Maybe.
okay to. I think we'll be okay to get back the stuff that we need with the forge.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind that
so-
putting weaponry into the bag of holding is a bad idea.
Really?
Okay.
Can it,
You don't
The
want it
forge is
touched.
fine. But the forge is fine.
I mean, I can probably carry it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the forge will like physically fit into
Okay.
the bag.
Yeah, because that's like my one concern is how are we gonna bring stuff back? But I think bring the ox and the cart is. I actually don't think it's that bad an idea. Just I don't know how
It's gonna slow us down for sure.
Yeah, I'm not worried about being slowed down as much as how maneuverable it is in the forest.
Yeah. Like, we'd have to be road cutting and everything, so it's just.
I think it's just a little too difficult. If you feel comfortable to be able to bring it back on your back, Dominic,
I can
We can
double
live.
hand carry it.
then
Like,
yeah, I
probably.
think we can live with that.
It's just if we
I mean,
want
it'll
to
suck,
get
but-
a lot of things to bring back, and if there are people we're bringing back or wounded, and we have a lot of stuff we want to bring back,
Maybe we'll find a cart there
would
and we
be-
can bring it on the way back,
but,
It's probably not beyond the pale.
like an abandoned cart or something. Maybe we'll find something.
like a
But-
minecart.
I'm prepared to bring it back.
Okay,
All right.
try this.
Well, let's see here.
I'm just like double handing a coffee cup. I'm just like,
Though there's the promise of a storm, the first day it doesn't hit.
Are you okay there, big guy?
yeah, I'm good. It's just a little,
Okay.
just a little
Oh.
chilly.
I've got a winter blanket if you want to wrap it around yourself.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make like a makeshift cloak out of the
Yeah.
blanket.
Here you go, big guy. I'll need it to sleep, but you can have it
Oh
during
yeah,
the day.
you got it.
You guys have all your like regular gear though, like tents and like stuff for
Yeah,
cold
yeah.
weather.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, I can't physically hold a tent because it's too heavy, but I've got my bedroll. Plate, they do not tell you that plate armor takes up half your encumbrance.
It's cold. Don't put your tongue on it.
Can we roll to see how likely it is that Damien has done that in the past?
And like without no real necessary.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned that, and he like makes a face, and I'm just like don't forget.
Yeah.
It's actually he gets upset when you bring it up.
It's not that cold the first day. It is the second. And it's just after you start to get on the road that big, fat, wet flakes start to fall from the sky. You make your way through it. It's still, the ground's still warm enough that it's melting, but it's slowly, as the hours pass and the storm continues, it's slowly starting to accumulate. About midday on the second day, you make it to the edge of the forest. Before you stands just not quite an endless plain, but as far as you can see up into the actual escarpment to the plateau that hits the edge of like this region.
Is there a rock nearby?
A rock?
Just a sizable rock.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw it towards the, like, you know, open area, like the plain.
Okay.
What happens?
You throw the rock as far and hard as you can, and it thuds into the ground, rolls just a tiny little bit, and stops.
Oh, okay, good. It's not a lake.
Well, it wouldn't have frozen over that quick.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
This
you
is
can
worth
see the
check-
grass.
It's worth oh, I thought you said it was so covered in what I heard was like just wide open like field, but like covered in snow. Like
Yeah, no. I mean, like, it is covered in
Ground.
snow, but like there's still grass poking up
okay,
through it.
we can see that it's ground. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, you know, you're gonna secret lake us.
No. This is
Fallen.
just a big grassland. Like, there's still grass pulling through
Okay,
it.
I still do the rock thing anyway. I just I
I mean, you're from the water area, so
Like-
like, I know the coast.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, I see the grass now. My bad.
here's the thing, though, right? As you come to the edge of the forest, you realize how much these trees have been acting as a wind block in this big forest you've been in. There hasn't been a lot of wind, but there will be as soon as you step out.
But make sure you put your winter clothes.
I don't have those.
Damien is no longer naked under his.
We're from,
He's wearing a nice turtleneck, actually.
we're from the
Very comfy.
ocean. It doesn't get cold.
What? It gets colder.
Not that much. It's like
How oceans make things colder? What are you
to
talking
the
about?
beach. It's not like
This we lived near mountains and water. It was very it created natural like air currents that
Well,
made things.
I never felt it like this. This is crazy.
because
Yeah.
you had
This
a
is like-
home
This
with
is like
fire.
winter.
This
Yeah.
is miles
This is the
upon
very
miles of
beginning
open
of winter.
plain for that wind to just whip through. You're in
Sometimes
fantasy
I feel I need
Kansas
to
now.
Take care of you, big guy. Okay, come on. You'll
What?
be okay. Hold your blanket around you. You'll be all right.
Fine.
Does anyone have torches? I just have an ion stone for light, but if someone has torches, we can use that for warmth as well.
Give me a survival check again.
Can we aid another?
Yeah.
Feed me. I swear if you also roll a 2. Okay.
15
So that's
did it.
plus 6 to this? Or plus 4.
plus 4. I don't know if
19.
Forum is.
If you want Borum to help, you can.
Yes, please.
Borum is very good at helping.
Okay, and
Please see if you like just.
does your aid another do more than plus 2?
I think it's
Or is
plus
that only for attack and
4.
Like,
Oh, also you're rolling as your snake. I don't know if this is relevant.
Oh no, I just have it.
Got it.
I mean, it
Wait,
says it
it's-
was
it's
Boren's
actually
roll.
on me.
if yours is yours just plus 2 for this? Or is it more?
No, it's plus 4.
Okay, so
Plus 8, so you're at
So-
20.
yeah, 20, dirty 20
Plus
again.
4 plus 5.
Okay.
20, 21.
So something that you realize, Dom, is that if you leave these woods and go to camp tonight, I love the name of that.
Yeah, so it is a plus 5 because
Okay, so 21.
If you
I thought it was
leave
appropriate.
the woods, you are going to have nothing to break this wind when you camp tonight. And so you're looking at
here's the
potentially be
thing, yeah.
camping in the open air, with no tents and no firewood except for anything you bring with you. And even then, trying to light the fire with wet wood on snowy ground.
And there's no sort of like cave situation.
No. This is Kansas. This is flat for miles and miles and miles.
All right, gang, here's what we're looking at. We can backtrack just like this much, and we can camp for today and then hope the wind dies down and book it in the morning. Or we can go as far as we can, risk getting exhausted and just keep going until we find a spot, or we can camp out in the middle of all that and just kind of white knuckle it.
How far out does it look like we are?
You're a solid 2 days from the mountains, or from the escarpment.
He keeps doing the thing where he like licks.
This
his
is actually
fingers to
the
touch
midday
wind.
on the second day, so you're 2.5 days from the escarpment.
So,
But are we 2.5 days from any sort of cover?
You do not see anything besides flat plain between the edge of this forest and the escarpment.
I think we should rest
I
here.
mean, it's far enough that like you would lose some of it to the curvature of the earth, but
So yeah, you're thinking rest
I
here
think we
tonight and then
rest
go.
here tonight and then leave as early as we can, do as much travel as we can, and then just tough out a night or two out on the
Hope the
cold.
wind dies
How
down a little bit.
much snow does it look like?
Or we could do horses now.
There is.
Yeah, we could do horses now.
Yeah, I think that would be good to give us the advantage. And then what? Let me think for a second, because I did prep it. Thank God I wasn't stupid. If I only have to use 2, we could get it for 5 hours.
That should be, we could get pretty far with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I just wondered, we should try
Let me
to
see if I can,
see if we can
learn
make
a
it, 'cause
spell that helps me.
we can't risk, the 3 of you getting sick before.
Yeah, I mean, if there's enough snow, we can use that to build sort of like a windbreak, or we
Oh.
could dig a hole.
I can cast Endure Elements twice.
Is that
That's
just
all
for
I
you
can do.
or forever?
Creature touched. It's one. There's no. So it'd be only
How
for 2
long?
people, for 24 hours. So I can cast it on 2 people for 24 hours. That's it.
I mean,
Although if we time it, I can cast it on 2 people, go to sleep, and then the next day cast it on 2 more people.
I think I'll be fine. It'll suck, but I'll be fine. Dame can't get sick.
Yeah, I can't get sick.
And then so it's up
Alice
to
has a fur coat.
whoever's,
It's not that furry.
I'm furry.
Alice still wears clothes,
But
so it can't be
yeah.
that warm.
She's a fashion icon.
I'm just
So
saying
how
that,
about-
like, in summer, Alice wears clothes, so it can't be that much warmer than, like...
So how about we take the horses as far as we can, and if we have to camp out and we're not in cover, then, like, 2 of you get Dame's magic, and then
Yeah.
we'll tough it out. But he and I will be fine.
Because, yeah, I'll be fine. I also have some energy resistance to cold, so I should be fine.
Yeah, and we could probably, like, depending on how much snow is gathered up, we could probably use that to kind of, like, build at least a little bit of a barrier. Pack it in,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Like a little bit of a wall.
Yeah, like, because, I mean, with enough, like, a little bit of water, probably that would work, too.
Displace the wind a little bit.
Yeah. Just to create a bit of a break.
Gonna be so chapped.
All right, so you guys summon the horses and take off across the plain.
Mm-hmm.
Hours and hours of riding horses across featureless white terrain with just grass sticking through. You don't see a single plant larger than like your knee the entire way. Towards the end of that day, you're still only halfway to the escarpment, but you finally see, get a little bit of terrain. Let's make a luck check.
I mean, silver lining is this area will be easy to map out, I guess.
Yeah.
89. So you are able to find a hill just as the sun starts to go down that kind of sits amongst itself. But it's just wide enough that like you could put camp on the far side of it and block the wind. Did you bring any wood from the forest with you?
So
I didn't say
we
anything.
bring whatever we normally bring to camp with, or do we usually go get it every time we?
You usually go get it every time you camp.
I didn't
You got a
think of it
pretty
from
good
the-
survival check. I feel like he would have thought of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I mean, you did have the horses to carry
20,
the wood some
21.
too,
yeah.
because firewood is heavy and big. All right.
Probably not
I've
like a
got-
crazy amount, but like enough to get a little something started.
I've
Yeah.
got a flint and steel, so I can light it on fire very easily.
Well,
I
yeah.
have fire bombs.
No,
I got
this
fireball.
is not the time.
I'll just fireball us and we'll be plenty warm,
Yeah.
guys.
Do we feel the need to keep? We should have someone keep watch, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Do you have your spell?
Oh
Verity,
yeah,
or-
yeah. I can. So I can do it. It'll be two of us. I can kind of see in the dark now, so I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can do it too. I
Wait,
have the I think because I have heavy armor, it also makes sense for me to do it. So I'm in my armor, and I don't need to take it off to sleep. And if we're attacked, then I'm not wearing any armor.
I can do
So-
it too, just because
well,
I'm
like
gonna be
again,
uncomfortable
I
anyway,
don't
so-
want to use more than one of my spells at one time.
yeah, just any two of.
Yeah.
I think it's probably best if I do it just from the. At least I'm doing it just from an armor perspective, or else I need to take it off to sleep, and that's not ideal if we get attacked.
Agreed. And I can see in the dark now, so that's kind of a tactical advantage.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Who's on watch? Damien?
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Well, and Verity, no?
Yeah.
And Verity.
Perfect.
Alright. I'm good at perception. 22. Oh, shit.
28, nat 20!
All right. In the middle of the night, you don't see them until they cross the moon. The storms die down. More snow blowing around, like the wind is still there, but like the clouds have cleared up enough that like the moon is peeking through a nice full moon, and that's the only reason you see them, because until they're silhouetted by the moon, you don't. You see large, leathery winged, long tail creatures circling around the sky.
Can I try to identify them?
Give me a 28. Yeah, give me a knowledge arcana.
31.
Holy shit.
Oh, another. Oh,
No.
yeah,
God.
18.
Damn. Plus 13 at 5th level?
Yep, 5 int, 5 skill
Great.
points, and then there's one of those is worth 4 points.
Yeah, I guess so. All right. These are, you see them like pretty well silhouetted, and so you can tell that these are some form of dragon
Shadow dragon?
It has a draconic body, for lack of a better term, but like long, thin, long tail, head. Pretty small for a dragon, I guess. Dragons come in all shapes and sizes, obviously, but there. One thing you can tell is that there is no forelimbs.
Are they wyverns?
They are wyvern-like. 31, yeah, you'd know this. These are a drake, which is like a lesser dragon. Wyverns are technically a drake as well, the separating being the lack of forearms. And then if they had a lack of back legs, they would be a Lenorn. If they have all four legs, then they're a dragon. So it's odd to you when you stop and think about it that the Academy spends so much time classifying these, things that are all very similar to each other. The other big difference between a wyvern and a drake is a wyvern has a poisonous barbed tail, whereas a drake tends to have a breath weapon and be more draconic, just like a lesser dragon.
Are they intelligent?
4 values of intelligent. More than animals, less than, dragons are usually more intelligent than...
On the same level as, like, the party. Like, can hold conversation.
They're as intelligent as Damien.
Hey.
Not very nice to the dragons, come on.
Or
Hey!
Does it look like they're coming for us?
No.
Right.
There's...
Yeah. They look
Wait.
weird.
Wait, Verity can just message this to you.
Maybe he was saying the truth with the shadow dragons.
No, these are
Do you
drakes.
think do you think they cast shadow magic?
No, they just look like more regular drakes. I feel like shadows maybe might be more like a petite vibe, but it just depends. If you're
I'm
scared,
suspicious.
Or
No,
what-
I
were
don't
you
get
scared?
scared. I can kill it. I'm just suspicious of them.
Well, I mean, they haven't seen us, but like, look at them. Like, they're beautiful.
They look scary. Not that I'm scared. I can kill them, but
Yeah.
they look scary. Like a lesser man would be scared. Not that I'm scared or anything.
You're allowed to be scared.
I'm not scared. I can kill them.
You don't need to, so just like appreciate the natural beauty of them.
No, they're suspicious.
Then they're just doing their thing. Like they.
Yeah,
they're
and what if
nothing
they
more
try
than-
and kill us? That
They
would also be doing their thing. I don't like their thing. I
Well-
don't like their whole deal.
We can see them. We'd know if they were going to be like malicious or something. As for now, it's just really cool to watch them. Like I'm getting the sketchbook out.
I'm
So-
suspicious of them.
As you start sketching them, and they're like wheeling around, so like they're in and out of the moonlight, and literally the second that they do not have that silhouette of the moonlight, they disappear. Like you're watching them, like you should be able to see like this black form against a blacker night or something, but they just disappear. You realize that there is something riding them.
I wouldn't. Oh wait, there's something riding them.
Okay. Oh yeah. Davian, why are you so suspicious of these creatures? What do they look like? Do they have
Well-
long beards?
Well, like I got a 28 on the perception. What did I get?
Yeah. Could you make out features?
General features, like not like anything close up, but like, do they look like what?
Do they dwarven?
Dwargern.
Dwergar.
They do seem to be dwarven.
So what do they look like? Are they dwarven?
Short
Were-
and stocky.
Were they bald?
You couldn't tell.
Do they look dwarven?
The bald head would it not shine in the moonlight?
Not if they were wearing helmets.
Do they
and
look
goggles,
dwarven
'cause
and
they're
or
flying.
armored for war? Verity. But do they look like dwarves?
Yeah.
Oh, Damien, why are you so suspicious of the dragon monsters?
I just thought they were I just thought they were flying around.
You need
Shit.
more trust issues.
I do have trust issues, just not with you.
I assume this is all through like message.
Yeah.
See, my trust issues keeps me safe from the drakes. So I don't trust them because they're suspicious. Never trust drakes, especially around 17-year-old actresses.
Fucking hell!
I feel like I should get that one, but I don't. So
Drake? Oh, yeah, don't worry about it.
Let's
story
move on.
for another time.
We'll tell you off air.
that's a Google search when we're not playing. Yes. I suspect now that I've thought about it for a minute, know that at least I could put 2 and 2 together enough. All right. Question: is the fire still going?
I'd assume so.
I think that after, just seeing the people, Verity probably would have gone to throw some dirt on it.
Okay.
It's about halfway through the night, so everyone's gathered a lot of heat in their sleeping bags.
Mhm.
I don't like that.
A D12.
Okay. All right. They fly around for probably about another 15, 20 minutes. They disappear. And when you see them again a few minutes later, they cross the moon significantly lower and flying directly over your camp.
Yay.
And then they disappear into the darkness and you don't see them again that night.
Is it the morning?
Yeah.
Hi guys, and Alice.
What's up? How was your guys' night?
Verity, do you want to tell them? I need to go
So,
take a piss real quick.
yeah. So,
In full armor.
the Dwerger were scouting. At first, I just thought, it was pretty.
You saw
drakes.
them?
Well, I thought it was just the pretty drakes because it's just the pretty creatures.
Well, hold on. Time out. There were drakes?
Yeah, they were riding drakes, so that must be the whole shadow dragon thing. Because I thought about it a little bit more. Because once they weren't illuminated by the moon, you could not see them.
You saw real dragons in the sky.
No, not dragons. Specifically drakes. They don't have
The
little
dragon-like.
kitty arms.
Oh, the 2-arm ones.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
they don't
I
have
remember-
arms. They just have feet.
Oh, the
They just
no-arm dragon. Well, no,
Yeah.
they have just the back, the two-leg dragons.
Yeah,
That's
so they
how I
can
remember.
walk,
I've-
but they don't have any sort of front claws.
in school, I never learned the names. It was just the two-leg ones, the 4-leg ones, and then the other.
I mean, dragonology is not a course for everyone.
But so
It's just sort of the less dragon they are, the more that they're dragging.
It's dragging it out, yeah.
So why didn't you wake us up?
Because they hadn't attacked us yet. I did end up putting the fire out to lower visibility, and
Yeah, pretty cool.
if I needed to, I would have put a spell out if I had to. Yeah, that would have kind of fucked me over, but
I guess I trust your judgment, but I don't know. Damn. Next time you see dragons, maybe wake us up.
well, we didn't want to panic. I was talking to Damien through the message cantrip because I did not want to make noise and attract attention.
There is
Okay.
also a proper order of things. We are going into the mountain, and then we have to worry about the drakes. So we do the dungeon, and then we worry about the dragons.
Yeah, this sounds like it's going to be way more of a problem when we're on our way back with all the potentially people.
Well, it also just depends on how many people we absolutely fucking slaughter.
I think we should go. No, I mean like the people that we might rescue.
Yeah.
We got to be careful about these fucking Dwergar riding the two-leg dragons.
The dragons.
So we need to. Yeah, that's what I said. So like maybe we should go the other way for sure next. Like on the way back.
Oh yeah, no, I was already. I agreed with that as well.
Yeah.
Or we just kill all the drakes. And the Dwergar.
How are you gonna get up there?
Wait, well, like...
No, they're probably going to be napping in the
Are the drakes
tunnels.
themselves actually evil, or are they just being used for evil purposes?
I'm going to sense
if
their
a
evilness.
dragon attacks me, I'm gonna hit it back.
Yeah, no, that's reasonable.
I'm going to just sense their evilness when I meet them. I can go, hello, are you evil? Because cosmologically, evil is like a trait you have.
Alright, we just woke up.
No,
we don't gotta do the whole spiel again.
Yeah, like, get coffee let them get coffee.
I haven't even boiled the water
There
yet.
is an objective definition of evil in this universe, and it makes me question
things.
But also, like, I did not see, like, there were definitely, like, dwarf-sized riders on there. In this case, Dwergar, because I mean...
That explains how they were able to, kidnap people. They can just swoop in and pick someone up.
Which, I mean, the fact that there isn't a lot of cover out here does make that, not as advantageous for us. But I could always, make sure I do another, prep another keep watch, and then it can just get used for that later tonight.
Do we feel like I need to prepare endure elements, or am I good to prepare combat spells?
I think how far are we now? It's like
you guys are in theory 2 days away, but you have another stormy day ahead of you.
Yeah, so probably.
Well, how far ahead did we get by using the horses?
Half.
You may had a whole day of travel, which would have only been probably 3/4. Because you were traveling into the storm, bad terrain, and everything else. The horses let you have like a normal day of travel.
All right, so yeah, probably do combat stuff the day after today.
Okay, so for today I'll have endure elements just in case, and then tomorrow I'll put the combat spells.
Should I do another communal mount today, or what are you guys thinking?
I think so.
Probably.
I mean, we likely won't need the spells.
Same thing as yesterday.
Also, we have the recharge thing, right?
Yeah, I just think
we should save that for when
we
have.
That does not protect you from the weather.
Wait, no. This is my thing though. Like with our long rest rules, actually, can I switch spells every day if I don't cast them? So I can switch the spell, but if I cast it, the spell slot is gone.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
That's how I've been doing it with mine as a prepared caster as well.
So to be safe, I'll change the spells I have prepared, but if I cast my endure elements, like that's it, unless we use the.
So recharge. I'd rather use what we can to get ahead.
Yeah,
because I can do a lot more magic.
Got it.
At one time. Before I'm out.
Although also to clarify, it's technically not the Angel Stone, it's just the safety of the environment, right, that gives us,
I mean, it's like a Angel Pebble.
Yeah, but if we were like in a safe environment that didn't have an Angel Stone, it's
long it doesn't protect us from the weather, but like something that would intend to do us harm, it would keep out.
That's what we were saying, yeah.
Got it. Okay,
so
cool.
It would work against these guys.
Kellogg's Angel Pebbles.
Ow, 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 ow.
Get a box today.
And here I was thinking Dwayne the Angel Rock Johnson.
We can it's just The Rock, but with angel wings on the box.
There's a movie where he had angel wings, I know for sure.
He was the Tooth Fairy, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Keep in mind that if you do use your the Angel Pebble now, it's gone for a week of, like, you won't have it the rest of this whole time.
We need to save it for if we are bringing people back.
And we haven't really used that many of our resources. Like, I think I've I've been expending the most of what I can do so far.
It's also recharging every time we sleep.
The Angel Pebble?
No, the spell slots.
No.
Spell slots
I do
don't.
not get spell slots back. I can re-prepare them each day.
You know, we don't get spell slots back. That's why, like, using the Hemio Mount is delaying our resources by nature. So, we have one chance at getting spell slots back, and that's going to be whenever we rest with the Angel Stone. Probably at some point during our actual,
But I thought if you do like a full rest, even in the wilderness, you get your levels worth of spell levels back.
No, I
We
think
changed
got rid
that.
of-
Oh,
we
did
change it to
change
you
that
don't
then.
get anything back.
Oh,
The
brilliant.
only way to get rest
Unless
is
we're in
back
like
home.
total safety.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
well,
like for balance.
Does
Okay,
this work
so-
with bombs too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, every
We're
ability we
fascinated.
have.
All right,
Yeah.
so maybe we should.
Yeah, at the
Not
same time we
enforced it.
introduced the Angel Pebble, we changed the.
Perfect. Sounds
Maybe
good.
we should not do horses right this time. Then let's just
I
go as
think
far
we
as we
should
can.
try and get as close to out of here as we can, especially if the weather's shitty.
Okay.
Because we also have to remember we'll have the opportunity to rest at some point with the Angel Stone. So we'll probably want to do that before we get like into the meat of things.
Also,
I'd
if we
like-
win,
That's
we
advantage.
might be in an empty cave
That's true. That's
sort
true.
of situation to
Yeah.
rest.
All right. I'm going to let you guys roll the luck check today.
Woo!
I
Alright.
nominate
Do it.
Dominic.
I say Borum does it because
Yeah,
Borum.
Borum's lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Half
Borum.
luck.
Yeah, that's better.
Uh,
D100?
D100.
Num num.
64.
All right. That's
Can I add my 8 another +5 to that?
No.
Do we want it to be higher?
No, like
don't know
think
if higher
add
is better or
five,
not.
add 5, and
Add
think about
5.
it.
Oh, I see. Never mind. No, I wasn't thinking about it.
Even though that would be a funnier number, no. All right. You see something you have never seen before. And that's Eric's cat's butt on screen. This is why I locked mine out. So, like, you know what? Let's roll for that too. Let's just let the dice decide everything.
Dice card. We
Maybe
believe
down, down, Habibi. Okay.
Right as you get started in the morning, you see a gray sky, snow, right? We've all seen it. However, in front of or behind like that gray sky, you see thick, heavy black storm clouds.
Oh, fuck. Can I see your blanket?
Yeah, of course, during the day
Alright.
for sure.
No. It's gonna rain.
Oh, it's not.
It's gonna snow.
It's going to snow. Like I said, you have never seen this before, but you are in a thunder snow where with blizzard conditions. This is you can't see more than 20 feet. The wind is whipping all around you. The weather has dropped well below freezing. And every couple of minutes you hear the crack of thunder around you.
No, that's the worst Imagine Dragons song.
Also, you are currently the tallest thing on this plane.
I'm not.
Dominic
The
is.
only way this could be worse is if you were covered in metal.
I'm not covered. Only my torso and my elbows and knees.
And there's a barrier since he's got the blanket wrapped around him now.
Anyone have anything rubber on them?
Rubber.
Rubber.
I don't know if that's invented yet.
It stops the electricity.
I don't think we have access to rubber trees in a
I
place
don't know.
that has
It's like I
winter.
don't know. You got anything like some sort of
What's a
whatever.
rubber?
a
Magic.
Alright.
Magic at the electricity cap.
So I'm going to roll 1d10. Oh, first, let me ask you this: are you
Is
guys
this
going
a
to
get struck by
travel?
lightning check?
Yes, it is. Are you guys going to travel today or stay in camp? It is 9 o'clock in the morning when this happens, so you haven't even had a chance to break camp.
I think.
So
we
I
should
haven't
keep
even
going.
used the spell yet.
Yes.
I think we should go.
Travel.
Yeah. Is this gonna be like a reflex save hell to try to dodge lightning?
Yes. But I'm going to be a little more fair than that. I'm going to roll a d10 8 times. We will go. Ben will be
D4,
1,
D10.
Damien will be 2, Alice will be 3, Verity 4, and Dominic 5. We're just going to go right in order. If I roll higher than a 5, no one's hit. If I roll your number, you will have to make a reflex save.
Okay.
If you are wearing mental armor, you will be at a -4 to this reflex save.
Got it.
Can I? What if I put my armor in the bag?
You could do that.
I would like to do that.
And so you're just walking around in a t-shirt, like a fantasy
It's like
t-shirt.
combat. Like,
Oh, I guess you got like
Yeah,
your
I mean-
jacket and stuff.
It's,
mean,
it's,
if
more,
we
it's
can
a
do
short
that-
sleeve, like tactical,
Yeah.
like shirt. You know,
I'm gonna do that too, just to be safe.
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
put
like
it in the
that
bag
idea.
alone.
we take a second to do because that would give me a -1 reflex save.
Yeah.
Across how much time is this happening?
8
Can
hours.
I? Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna hand out reduce person potion.
And I'm assuming endure elements wouldn't do anything for this.
It would protect you from the cold.
Cold, but that's it. So there's no
Yeah.
point because the cold doesn't seem to be strong enough to be affecting me
to like hurt us,
in that way.
You've come
Just make
so
us a
close to
little
saying it
miserable.
so many times.
at least yet.
All right. Here's the first roll. 7.
Do we see like something like we see lightning crack in the distance?
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, it's like lightning 1,000, 2 1,000, boom.
Wait, are you rolling D8s or D10s? Because that was a D10.
D10.
Yeah, D10. Every 6
Awesome.
through 10 is safe.
Oh, right. I was worried it was D8. And like, oh.
9.
Safe.
One. Borum. Give me a reflex save.
This isn't fair. I'm the smallest.
He's just a little baby.
I rolled an 11. If it's against me, I get a +2.
It's not. Let's see. I will be reducing that significantly because I'm not that mean.
One shot, Borum just dies.
5D6.
Form's actually relative.
Oh, it is 5D6.
Instead of 10d8.
Clerical error.
If you want to do 10d8, you can.
Yeah. All right. So that will be 19 points of damage to Borum.
Oh shit.
Do you need healing?
I am injured. Yes.
Do we need
Okay, I'm gonna give him a quick heal.
All right. It
Quick
looks
lay
like
on hands.
it's gonna be like this the rest of the way.
You get
We
5
gotta-
HP back.
We gotta. Fuck.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. We have rolled 3 times. We have
I'm
5
tallying them.
more. The 4th hour of travel. You're safe. The 5th hour.
Or
Safe.
just like smoking.
6th
Or
hour.
you should do that. It's bad for your lungs.
3. Alice.
Hi.
Give me a
Oh my
reflex
God,
save.
these short people are
It's
not
picking on
like
this
monkey.
It's reverse lightning.
Could I? Could I take it
Nope.
instead? Could I jump in the way? If I roll a nat 20 reflex
Is
save, can
Dominic
I get-
If you
Faster
roll a
than
natural
lightning.
20 reflex
if I
save,
get
I'll
a
let
nat
you.
20 reflex, can I get hit?
Go
by
for
lightning instead? Okay.
5%
This is-
chance, maybe.
Nope. I saw the one.
Dive the other way. All right, so I throw a reflex save.
Yep.
Okay, you got the bad roll out of
Okay,
it.
I just let out a.
Okay,
Nice.
half damage.
Brilliant.
So 8 points of damage.
Not a problem.
All right.
All right.
Hour 7.
Oh, we're getting lucky.
One last. Yeah, this is actually insane. 4 people should have been hit. No, most 3.
It was 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
3-9.
All right, I'm gonna pass out Cure Light Wounds potion.
Okay.
So-
However, we're not done yet.
No,
Okay, all right.
we're
Okay.
not out of the
So
fight
here's the
yet.
deal. Off in the distance, on top of a hill, as the sun starts to set, the storm is continuing. You see smoke rising above.
Maybe a tree got hit by lightning.
Probably.
Or
Give me
someone waiting for
perception
us.
checks, but they're going to have to be good ones to get any details.
Wrong button. Nat 20 linguistics on accident.
Damn.
Nat 1, baby. Wait, what's fire?
Nat 20
Oh,
again! Holy
hell
shit!
yeah. Crit
28.
kitty.
Some shadow eyes.
I got 15.
Vaddy.
What do your human eyes see?
Off in the distance, on top of this small rise, you see what looks to be some form of encampment. You see wooden palisades, tents of some leathery material held up by what look like bone, and most importantly, fire, or like smoke, like more than one sources of fire, smoke, so more than one fire going.
What do you see, V?
It's an encampment. They've got some sort of palisade. So, like, semi-permanent, probably.
So probably
They've got
people.
some, like, yeah, they've got some tents, like, bone,
How
but,
close
like,
are
it's
we?
made with, like, bones.
All right, hold up.
Leather.
You're
And lots of fires.
Let's put the armor back on.
probably going to take
Yeah.
2 hours to get there, which means you're going to risk 2 more lightning strikes.
All right, let's put the
Well,
armor
yeah, real
back
quick,
on.
Let's armor.
Let's
armor up.
actually no. Let's travel an hour, put the armor on, and travel the last hour.
Good call. Good call.
Okay.
We figured it out.
Do I recognize? Am I too far away to, like, be able to identify exactly, like, what culture it is or anything?
Yeah.
When we map this out, we should just put a big X that says "Don't go here ever." This place sucks ass.
Don't go here in winter.
And it's-
Oh, that was almost a 1.
9 again. That's 5 9s or 4 9s.
I'm just happy they're not like 4 1s.
Yeah, let's go.
All right,
gets hit?
armor up.
10
the
out of
armor
12
up.
misses.
Eh.
On a 50-50 roll.
No, 8 out of 10 misses.
Mm.
No, because we rolled... Oh, yeah, you're right. 10 times. So 8 out of 10 misses.
You
even
did roll an
crazier.
extra one.
8 out of 10. That's just like me. All right, let's go.
All right.
All right.
You guys
Wait,
get...
does Borum? Do you want to?
Oh yeah, do you need more healing?
Yeah, let's touch you up.
I can heal us when we're in combat.
Okay, you
All right,
good?
fair play. Yeah. All right.
Like it's more about you.
It's up to you.
You guys
Take
are
your
As
time.
we get closer,
'Cause
am
we
I
don't
able
know
to
what
suss
type
out
of-
anything more?
We don't know what type of
Save it
people
all,
these are
all
going
right.
to be, but let's
Give
get
me
ready.
a local check.
Can we all do that?
Inspired! Can I use inspired? Can I?
If you want.
11.
I'm gonna do it. Alright, I got a 15.
So
17.
How many times can you use Inspired in one rest cycle?
I can only use it
Cool.
once.
So
average of like 15-ish.
all right. You recognize... Here's the thing, right? Like, this isn't anything you learned in school. This is just from, like, or at least, like, in class at school. But from classmates talking about their villages and stuff. This has the hallmarks of, like, orc architecture. Such as it is, even, like,
Architecture?
architecture. Thank you.
All right. There's a tree and it has fruit and it's like
Yeah,
really
Touching the ground.
Yeah.
It's like this gray
How-
grazing
First
the
rule
ground.
of tons, you reach for anything.
How
and
far
nothing
are
is
we?
too low.
Yeah.
Oh, you're there now. Like,
Okay.
Okay, I'm at 60 feet away.
no, I mean you're a little bit further away than that, but like close enough that like you can see like you've walked like partially around the hill to where like the entrance to the encampment is. You can see that like not only is there an encampment on top of the hill, but they have excavated out at least some sort of cave system.
And our understanding of these orcs in general, from our time at the academy, what is our understanding of orc culture?
Cosmologically.
Well,
Cosmological.
I mean more of like, is there a custom as far as like?
Are we just gonna get fucking murked as soon as we show
Like-
up, or
Is there a customary like
Greeting.
respectful way of greeting?
Does
or,
anyone
like,
speak orc?
nope?
No.
Oh no.
But you could.
I could prepare a potion to help us communicate.
But I don't know if it's communication right now as much as getting an idea of, is this just whatever we do? Like we
Yeah.
have to go through this encampment.
Like, are we aware of like things that we know would be like disrespectful?
Here's the thing, right? No, you don't have to go through this encampment. However, this encampment would be a chance if it was you could peacefully get there, would be sheltered. You'd have people around you. It would count as civilization. You could have a long rest.
I think we should try and introduce
Should give it a
ourselves.
shot.
If they get standoffish or aggressive, we should just immediately leave.
Yeah. Okay, let's give it a shot. And as we get within 60 feet, I will cast Detect Evil.
Hold on. Let me look up Detect Evil.
It automatically does the third round. So, if an aligned creature has 4 or less hit die, there's no aura.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. You do not detect any evil.
Alright, well, I don't detect any evil, so either they're too weak for us to detect evil, or... Because it's cumulative, right? If, from my understanding, it's cumulative hit dice.
I thought it was per
Like,
creature.
I think it's per
Is it per
creature.
creature? Because in my head, I'm like, if you have a group of, like, 8 evil creatures together...
Yeah. I mean, like,
Right.
there is stuff about, like, lingering auras and stuff. I mean, here's, I guess, what I would tell you your senses gave you for real. Like, without, like, going into
Yeah.
the real details is there's a community of an unknown number of people, but some of them, yeah, they're evil. Others
Okay.
don't come up with anything.
Got it. Okay. So it's a community. It's not like a... We're not walking to a war band.
Correct.
Hopefully I mean, we can show a display of whatever we need if we
Can I have
need
a
to prove ourselves.
Can I drink a potion of comprehend languages that I
Yeah.
prepared, and then like perception check as we get closer to see if I hear any conversations?
Yes.
Or anything?
Hopefully they don't get weird about the snake.
All right. Are you guys at all trying to sneak up or just walk up openly?
Just
I think just one.
I'm just
Walk up,
walking.
walk up.
Yeah, just like friendly, like not trying to hold things up in a threatening manner.
Okay. Well,
I'd say
unfortunately,
even as we walk up, like I'm doing kind of this.
yeah. You guys walk up, right? And because of the blowing cold and everything else, you get up real close before they notice you.
Can we like call out as we're going up?
So you hear like the conversation of like, God damn, it's fucking cold out here. Like, what did we do to get this
know.
duty? And man, I cannot wait to get done.
Are they-
Oh.
Are they speaking Orcish or Common?
They're speaking kind of like
A mix?
Comorkish. Yeah, like
Like Spanglish.
yeah, like
Yes,
Spanglish,
okay.
like a patois.
I said, Gaulius, it's so wet, it's so hot, it's so cold here. Avec ça, là.
So,
That's it, I'm up.
more Orcish than common, but there's definitely like a common influence on the dialect. So literally, like you see As you get closer, 2 orcs standing guard. They have spears leaned against the wall. And right now they really just have like cloaks, leather cloaks, like pulled around them as close as possible and like head down against the wind. They look up, they're like, "Oh, who the fuck are you?" In Orcish.
Hello.
Hello.
We're travelers seeking warmth.
We're adventurers. We're on our way northwest.
I'm
would
only
it be
getting like
okay if
every
we-
5th word. How about you? Yeah, no, their accent's horrible.
Alice, you know what they're saying?
Yeah, they think we are talking strange.
How do we?
Yeah.
Speak
Or,
slowly, one word at a time.
Can I
Or-
point to the fire if they have one, and then point to us, and then do like a warming kind of motion?
Yeah, no shit, man. It's fucking cold out here. Like,
At like us,
who are these guys?
Point at us. Point at fire.
Wait, I have a question. Would
Help.
the message cantrip overcome the language barrier?
No, I believe they have to
No.
understand you.
But pointing at fire, and then us, and saying help.
Lorum, you have the ability to brew a potion, right? How long does that take?
Well, I have a share language potion ready to go.
Oh, perfect.
So we just need to convince them to drink it though.
Maybe.
Can we
Oh.
drink it
And
and,
then-
understand it? Or
No,
they have to
because
accept
I don't know Orcish, but I do know Common.
Alex
You
can
share
understand
comments
it right
about-
now, though. Alice knows.
I can
how to-
try cycling through the languages I do know and see if any of them work.
how much do you? If I take a sip of the potion, is it like just a sip? Would the rest of the potion be enough for them to actually get the thing, Mike? Like mechanically, can I take just a sip?
Yeah, because I mean, that's how you find out,
Oh.
identify a potion.
Right.
I see what you're
So,
saying.
Could I? Oh, can I have the potion, Buddha?
Sure.
So I'll just take a sip, and I'll be like, and I'll offer it to them.
Like,
And I'm doing like, you're like talk understand.
Do
Potion.
you speak common?
Oh, no.
man, their accent, like,
I'll just give them
I
the
mean,
potion.
essentially what you're dealing here was 1,000 years of linguistic drift.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm pointing at the potion and say like, understand, understand, and then pointing at mouth.
I'm just
This-
using elementary, like with a kid. You drink, you show it's safe. We're not poisoning you.
give me a diplomacy check.
Okay, I can do
Can
that.
Can we-
And-
I aid another?
If you want to try to get the message across there, with your like gesticulations there,
Ooh,
Damien,
24.
give me a linguistics check.
So a 24 on.
Or actually, does
diplomacy.
do any of you have
I have-
linguistics?
I have
I got a
linguistics.
16.
I have linguistics as well.
Give
Oh,
me
wait, no, I don't,
linguistics
never mind.
checks.
I got a
Yeah.
22?
As
got
they
a
talk to each other and you
24.
talk to them, this is common. Like I said, or like with Orcish mixed in. But like I said, it's also just mostly just that linguistic drift.
Yeah.
You're able to kind of like recognize the words from, the loan words from common and like put together enough that
speak
like
better?
that you can speak better.
All right.
So with that, Damien's diplomacy, one of them will drink the potion.
Do you
I should mark
understand
that
this
off.
now?
Wow. What was in
Isn't
this
it-
stuff?
It,
Magic.
Just clarity.
Well, no shit, magic.
Oh, it's a copper. It's a share tongue spell. It allows you to understand what we say.
Yeah. Okay.
We
must have lost
were
that one.
wondering if we could get some. We don't need food or anything. We have our own resources, but if we could just rest here the night with you,
maybe share fire.
share
Oh.
fire, stories. I can cook for you, if that helps.
We can protect the camp if anything happens.
And if anyone wants tattoos, I can do that.
Really?
Yeah. She'll pull up her sleeve and like show off her sleeve.
I also pull up my sleeve and show all the ones that she's done. Well, I'm not wearing sleeves. That was the whole point.
Yeah.
She's got sick lines.
They see that. They hear you say tattoo because he understands it, and like he's like, "Wait here." He goes in. He comes back later with like pretty hefty guy, like half orc, dude, big plump belly, like fur vest on, like he looks a lot warmer than the rest of them. Sticks his thumbs in his big wide belt. And he's like, then says in this orcish, like, you can do tattoos?
Fuck yeah.
All right. We don't have much food to share, but be welcome and our guests for the evening. And they bring you in and under the hill. And for the first time since you left Good Hope, you're warm. If anything, it's a little too warm in here.
I'll take it.
And honestly, a little smelly because there's a lot of sweaty people in a cave. Like,
What do you know about the dwarves who live in the mountain? Have you ever heard of them?
yes. Actually, it's time. So let's pick this up next week, and you'll hear all about them. But I will end on you guys talking about the dwarves. Well, Verity has a constant line of orcs looking for tattoos.
They've got their workbook out of their standard pieces, and then they'll reference stuff that they've done to themselves.
I will tell you that by the end of this evening, Verity will be able to write Orcish, if not speak it.
For free?
Yes.
Just picking up casual conversation.
Just because so many people are having you tattoo words on them.
The first step to proficiency in any language is knowing how to curse in it.
Yeah.
Zebra.
And that makes sense because, from the orcs that you knew at the academy, obviously, no culture's a monolith. They're all very different. But, one thing that did seem to run through all orcish culture is a love of tattoos. Yeah. And it kind of varied. Some were, from a romance or from a, religious standpoint that's carried on even after the death of gods. Some people just think they look really cool. So, you were going to say, Marshall.
I'm gonna get another one. I'm gonna also get in line. And just be just showing off the arms to the orcs in line and just kind of becoming buds. With
and
we have no idea what each other's saying.
Everyone in here is this motherfucker. He's with her all the time, but he's gonna wait till the one time, when it's a limited resource to fucking get in line for a tattoo.
I feel weird about asking them to set aside time to do that unless I know I really want a specific thing. Versus now it's you're doing it anyway. Might as well.
Ask me anytime, but also don't worry about it. This was my thing.
I love how there's no actual communication between them.
Other than planning them, it's just I would get lines.
I prefer them to be spontaneous, I did. The first one was at the party. The second one was,
Oh God, that party.
At the graduation.
Right.
I just prefer spur of the moment when I'm inspired to get it out.
Okay.
No, you think I'm such an inspiration.
This is where we will leave off for tonight. Thank you, everyone who stuck with us. A show that, as far as I can tell, Video Ninja did not crash once.
Not once.
So,
first time. It's the first episode.
No, we've got a couple that are together, including all the lost episodes. But good one here. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight, and we will see you all in a week.